What's up? Welcome to the Atrioc broadcast, January 29th, 2025. How the fuck is it going? Vulcan, thank you for that 36 months. Shout out to the believers. Hello, Progaloid. Hello, Pixel Dimensions. Hello, Fummy. Hello, Blue Suit Guy. Hello, Bio Magna. Hello, Ectico Watches. Hello, Chilled Void. Hello, Jumbo Child. Dog Car, Honey, Scump, Damn Rider, Noel Brain, Rawelatat. Hey, Big A, happy 18 months. This sub is legal drinking age in Australia. We are drunks even as toddlers. J-Pal's press wasn't drama-filled as I expected. Well, the drama came after. The drama came after. We'll talk about that. Yes, Australians are drunks, if that's what you're trying to say. Agree. Australians, Europeans, drunks, all of them, a lot of them. They drink from age 6. Yo, Big A, you got me back into reading with Red Rising. Looking forward to the next book already. Based. Congrats. I'm glad you enjoyed the book. You're already caught up, I guess? You read all 5 or 6 or whatever? Just like 5 now? Good for you. Hey, Cretan, thank you for the gifties. My goodness. Appreciate it. Did you have a message? No. You have never sent me a message in your entire chat history. Wow, we're getting so many people coming from the YouTube who just drop gifties and don't chat. God, what a fucking blessed, what an amazing treat. What a marketing funnel the YouTube is. I used to drink when I was 7. I just didn't know it. I like scotch in my coffee. You shouldn't even be having coffee at 7, let alone scotch in your coffee. Bro, you give it a 7-year-old coffee, they're going to fucking bounce off the wall. You know? Big A live, time to hit the doobie. Fucking yes, dude. Hell yes, brother. I assume all you guys are smoking little reef while you're watching. You know what I'm saying? Keep the uppers and the downers. Just give him the energy drink. Dude, my little brother used to pop caffeine pills. He was so fucking addicted to caffeine from soda. He was trying to quit soda. He would pop caffeine pills to fucking... and he would call it popping a caffee. He said, I'm a pop a caffee. I'm like, you shouldn't have a self-invented slang for what you're doing. That's not... You just need to fucking relax. Would love a stream with your brother while you said about him. It's so funny because my brother is like Aiden and Ludwig and a lot of people I know's financial advisor. That's so funny. It's so like their impression of him is like this serious guy who like manages their money. And my impression of him is like, I've seen this kid do so much fucking stuff. I've seen him drink soda out of the snow. 100 gifties? Wait, what the fuck? You just drop 100 bomb? Wait, what was your message? One message? The YouTube's goated. You have one chat message. One. And it's from 8 days ago. That's crazy. Holy shit. I really, really, really am glad that you either inherited Saudi oil money or you stole your mom's credit card. Either one I'm morally fine with. Either one I am morally fine with. I have no problem either way. Makes me happy. Well, thank you, Ragnarok, for the 100 gifties. Welcome 100 new people to the Rock Flock. Oh, by the way, unrelated story. I forgot to end the story. So my little brother is the financial advisor, Ludwig Aiden, all those people. Anyway, unrelated story. My brother came into 3 mil recently, and he has been treating everyone in the family to really nice gifts and vacations. So it's awesome. Just recently came into $3 million. I don't know how he did it, but just somehow, I don't know. Weird. Weird. He was handling off-brand's finances, and then I don't know. He just must have done a great job because he came home to one day with $3 million. Hey, Big A! I recently graduated college and have a fairly good salary, $70K. Sheesh, brother. $70K right out of college? You know, some of us hardworking Americans only made 42 out of college. And he had to live downtown San Francisco, so it's really like I had 22 because I had to live in a mold-infested apartment. Hey, Atrioc, hyped about America built... Oh, Jesus. No, I'm not hyped about that. Oh, your message was this. Well, you were bragging. With relatively no overhead. So you have... Overhead, okay. I'm still living with my parents at the moment. We plan on getting a place around $1K a month. What should I be doing with the extra thousands per month I bring in? Okay, well, this question is a not-so-humble brag, right? Hey... all of Atrioc chat, I have a good paying job right out of college, low costs, and I have thousands of dollars that I make more than I spend. Bro, you're fine. It sounds like you're fine. And you live in an area where you can get a $1K a month apartment. You're good. You're fucking chilling. You know what you should do with it? Have a little fun. You're so far into the game. You know what you should do is go on some dates, you know? You should do 100 gifties to get more knowledge. I'll unlock my secret bonus knowledge pass if you gift 100 subs. I'll tell you the fucking default answer, but I warn you that this is perhaps not my heart and soul's true opinion, but I will give you the default answer. The default answer is the dollar cost average in the S&P 500. That's what you should do. You should take your money, you should put a certain amount every month into a diversified ETF, and you should chill. That's what you should do. Or you should take that money. This is another really, I think, intelligent way to think about it. And you should bet on yourself. So if you have a certain money, maybe you take a course or a class of something you're actually really interested in that you could learn something from. Or you get a gym membership and you take your health more seriously, or you, I don't know, upgrade your fucking sheets or your bed so you sleep better at night. Whatever. Just like things that make your daily, like things that are going to compound your life's improvement. Or you can sports gamble. Yeah, now he's fucking cooking. Yeah. Or you can put it on a parlay and smoke weed. Yeah. He said it. He said the line. Okay, I'm just going to give you the long and short of it, dude. On that topic, Atrioc Aussie Frog here. Is it worth going to the NASDAQ ETFs or the ASX if you're just good? Just as good. What you're asking me is whether one bundle of stocks will perform better than another bundle of stocks. I'm not a fucking oracle. Although, wait. Maybe I am, baby! Because I'm fucking making more than these four chuckle fucks combined. Maybe I am. You guys see Chili's? It's the after hours pop on Chili's. Sheesh. We are eating good with the Big Smasher. Holy. Chili's like the number 2 stock in this whole fucking competition in this bay. Damn, bro. Chili's the inverse Trump coin. I didn't do our Chili's date. We got to fucking pump this bitch. Bum, bum, bum. Ba, 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 ba. But da, 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 da. You keep saying that, Boomer? Yeah, I do. I'll keep saying. What are you gonna do about it? You pissed at me? Chili stream. When you win. Maybe. Did you listen to the Tesla earnings call today? Yeah, I fucking did. You think I would miss a Tesla earnings call? Holy, Elon was in rare form. Elon was fucking in pure promise mode. Sometimes my goat Elon Musk triples down. He locks in and he does what he does best, which is promise things. My goat Elon Musk probably has one skill above all else in the business world, and that is to look directly into the camera, make a weird, awkward smile, and promise things. Doesn't matter what, whether it's going to come true, but he will sell you on it. He'll promise things. Yeah, I'll talk about Tesla's earnings. Why the fuck not? I'll talk about Tesla's earnings. Let's do a quick... Let's do a quick check here. I mean, you know what? I was going to draw it, but we'll just pull up the article. Tesla earnings. There we go. So, I mean, Elon Musk just got paid $56 billion. So Tesla's profit must be fucking soaring, huh? Well, after his $56 billion pay package, the profits of Tesla in the last quarterly earnings report, was $2.3 billion, which is down from $7.9 billion a year earlier. So profit is declining. If you include if you get rid of this, which is a one-time tax benefit they got in 2023, then their profits still fell 23%. They are a company that has sharply dropping profits. Car sales not increasing, profits dropping. Cybertruck sales down. Yikes! And so, but here's the thing. This is why if you are a, I don't know, like someone who bets against Elon, you forget his one skill. His one actually valuable skill to investors is he can just lock the fuck in when the news is terrible and lie. He seriously was in rare form. He spent the entire earnings call talking about how fucking epic all of this future, how robots we're gonna make so much money on robots. We're gonna make so much money on autonomous self-driving taxi cabs. We're gonna make so much money on, like, he just straight up promised. He just promised a bunch of shit. He was like, yeah, 2025, well, these numbers aren't great. But 2026, though, they're going to be epic. He said epic. And 2027 is going to be monumentously epic. And 2028 is going to be even more epic. And it's like, okay, maybe. But if you are someone who's listened to these calls for a long time, as I have, he said this in 2022, about 2025. He said 2025 was going to be epic, bro. He said we're going to have, it's just, man, it's so funny that for most companies, earnings this bad, like straight up 23% drops in profitability is like, this would crush stocks, but people were buying in the hype. It's like, oh my God, we're undervalued. We're a $1.4 trillion fucking declining sales car company. But if you don't buy now, you're going to miss out on the robots. I don't know. I was shocked. And then, just to fucking hammer the point home, I think he tweeted more today, maybe than ever. I'm not sure. I think he put out 40 tweets today. I'm not kidding. I'm actually not kidding. I was trying to scroll for a count. I think he did between 32 and 40 tweets today. That's fucking crazy. Maybe more. I'm still scrolling. I thought I stopped at the end. There's way more. This could be more. This could be fucking a zillion. I don't know. There's a fuck ton of stuff. Anyway, including replies, probably 100 plus. Someone should count. Someone in chat, you got free time. Go fucking count. Count how many tweets plus replies you did today. Tesla's such. A weird company because it's both a tech and a car company. People don't care about profit as much on tech as long as new products and innovation are being busted out. No, they do care about profit. They just expect that these things will make profit. Well, in most companies, they do. 26% of Tesla net income. Yeah, I saw this too. So a big chunk of Tesla's profits this quarter came from the growth in some of their Bitcoin holdings. Like a quarter of their profits. And it's declining profits. So it's like if you got rid of the Bitcoin growth, they're making so little money on cars. They spent all last year cutting the price of cars to try and keep up in sales, which they didn't do. Sales declined year over year. And now they don't make profit on the cars. There's no two ways about it. It's a bad look. But he said by 2025, they'll be selling robots that cost $22,000 to make. He's selling out a profit, and they think they're going to sell so many of those that it eventually becomes the main source of growth and profit for Tesla. What? People buy this shit. People believe this. You're like, oh, that sounds reasonable. A $1.3 trillion company? Okay. Yo, Big A, I missed Marketing Monday. I want to get your thoughts. If you're going to ask me about China and you haven't watched the Marketing Monday, I would just watch it. That's what I would tell you to do. I would tell you to go watch it. It's on the YouTube channel. By the way, little update for those who might care. Today's YouTube video about Chinese AI and the $1 trillion crash is going to come in at just under 500,000 views in one day, which is my fastest one-day video ever, or my most in one-day video ever. Never done that. That's never happened in my whole channel's history. That's awesome. Usually, even my videos that do well, like a Hitman video or whatever, takes a while to hit the algo. I've never done 500,000 a day. That's awesome. That's so cool. Super proud of the team, dude. They crunched to get that out so fast. Especially for a video that's kind of long. That's awesome. No, shot. You just said that. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we're just two philosophers, sharing ideas, two sides of the same coin, really. Two learned men of science. Hey, Shrug, there's a book called The Physics of Wall Street. It talks about a physicist, James Simons, who started his own hedge fund. Yeah, I know Simons. He's the greatest investor ever. Based on return over a long period of time. Yeah, he's fucking crazy. It's the Medallion Fund, huh? Hey, Shrug, did you hear about the F-35 that crashed in Alaska? Yeah, we watched it live on the, we didn't watch it live, but we watched the video on this channel. It's crazy. Yo, Atrioc, I just got my NVIDIA RSU grant last month. Please pray for me. Dude, you are in a chat of people that are, some of them, struggling to pay bills, and you are complaining? You need prayers for your NVIDIA RSU grant? You're fine! You're fucking fine! You're getting paid at the, I think, the single best salary of any American corporation, NVIDIA, and then you're getting a stock grant at a company currently the third most valuable in the world. Well, you're going to be all right. Yes, it's down 4% today. I'm sure you'll recover. I'm sure you'll be able to fucking... I should be able to make it through. I like when A's stones because he doesn't randomly scream and shit. I don't know how to tell you this. I've never, ever, not once, been stoned on stream. I don't know why. Sometimes you think you figured me out. Oh, this time for sure he's stoned. I've never, not one time. He's zooted, I can tell. Hey, as a professional weed guy, I can tell. Classic zooted Atrioc. You're fucking insane. I can't tell if it's because you smoke so much you're seeing fucking ghosts, or if you don't smoke at all and don't understand what it's like. I have no idea. But it's funny. It's funny that I am constantly accused of being high. It's Magic Mango. You have red eyes usually? Because I sleep badly. Amadeus, I sleep badly. I have a tough time getting a full good night's sleep. I'm sorry. It's a big problem in my life. But I work on it. What happened to the 100 sleep score? Bro, I have not got it again. I had it that one time. I was so happy when I got that 100. I've not got 100 since. God damn. I'm doing better. I'm not doing terribly, but it's just so hard for me to get like a fucking perfect night's sleep. What do you use to track your sleep? I have both a little wrist thing and my bed is a sleep tracker. I got an 8 sleep bed. Not an ad. Wouldn't buy it actually. Wouldn't recommend it. It's fine, but too expensive. Drinking less could really help. Oh, drinking less coffee. I thought you were saying he's only deflecting from being high to cover up for the fact that he's an alcoholic. If you're not high all the time, you must be always drunk all the time. No, bro. I'm just fucking... have a tough time getting great sleep. What you drinking there? Pure vodka? You know the huge. You know the huge. Big A, as a computer science major in Japan, is the job market just fucks America? I think it's dramatically different. To be honest, bro, I don't know the ins and outs of the computer science job market in Japan. I'm not going to be able to give you the minute-to-minute unemployment data on computer science jobs in Japan. I will tell you my best guess. If you're good at it, you probably have pretty decent opportunities there. They're probably clamoring to hire you. But the paycheck there is going to be drastically smaller than what you would get likely in the U.S. And you're paid in yen. Ugh! A steadily depreciating currency. Yuck! But the cost of living is less and the food is good and the trains run on time. So it all evens out. It all evens out. As a military guy in Japan, being paid in USD is awesome. Are you at Okinawa? I was on Okinawa for a bit. You're in Okinawa? Perchance? Aha! Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I doxed you. I doxed you. What's your address again? Doxed. What's your orders? What's your division? How many bases did the U.S. have in Japan? Not enough. Not enough. I'm going to start a political platform, folks. And my first order of business, the United States military needs more bases. More bases in other countries. We have a lot of bases in Germany. We're not currently at war with Germany. Not really helpful. We need to have more. More bases in Germany. More bases in Japan. I think we need bases in France. We need bases we have some bases in the UK, but we need more. Bases in Brazil. Bases in Cuba. Bases in Panama. Bases in Canada. Bases in Mexico. Bases in Australia. We have those, but we need more. I want to have military bases in allied countries that are so big that there's a little mini base inside the base to protect the base. The base needs its own. I think that would be cool. I think that would be based with a Walmart. Bro, you joke, but those bases are little slices of Americana. As a child who grew up on them, you know, we would live in Germany, for example, and then we would go on base where my dad worked, and there would be a Burger King and a McDonald's and a fucking Taco Bell and Subway, and they essentially have a Walmart called the BX, Base Exchange, and it's like a renamed Walmart, and it's fucking rules. As a kid, you love it. It was paradise. That's where I bought my Animorphs books. That's where I bought my Pokemon games. That's where I bought my strategy guides. That's where I bought my Nintendo 64 games that worked on the NA copies of the N64. That's where... Are you going to try and get a press pass at the White House? Did you guys hear about this? Major breakthrough. Major fucking breakthrough. The White House is urging TikTokers, podcasters, content creators to apply for White House press passes. This press briefing with I'm amazed to say, 26-year-old press secretary, Caroline Leavitt. She's 26. She was born in 1997. She was born in 1997. And they're going to start pushing out some of the old guard press. Wall Street Journal head ass. Get out of here. And we're going to put in a couple TikTokers, a couple podcasters, a couple content creators. I cannot wait to apply and hopefully be received with full honors. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. 1997 will be 28. Let's just check it out right now. Okay, since you guys are so fucking obsessed with the specific year. She's 27. Born in 1997, so I'm correct. So she's not 28. You fucking did the math wrong. I just looked it up fucking right now. And seems to be worth saying, if you're such an age purist, her husband's 60. She's turning 28 this year. Yeah, that's how it fucking works. That's how it works. Every year you get 1 year older than you are now. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Year of kindness? Fuck off. Dude, stupid chatters from Year of Kindness, bro. You gotta do your part. You gotta do your part. You have to do your part. You have to do your part, and I can't do my part. It's a two-way street. It takes two to tango. Okay? As they say. Speaking of the White House, did you see this? This better be White House related. Nope. I'm actually timing you out. Crane, you can't do that. I'm timing you out. Crane, I won't ban you because you're a contributor right here. I don't like when you fake the link. I don't like it. It's annoying. It's very annoying because then I have to fucking open something and it's like, I don't like it. That's not being Year of Kind. Okay? Don't YOK me unless you are going to YOK it. It's a two-way street. Okay? Now, if somebody does something kind for me and I crash out on them, then it's like, whoa, Year of Kindness, bro. They didn't deserve that. But it's not Year of Doormat. Okay? It's not Year of Bend My Spine. No. Okay? Can you come to my graduation, please? Okay, are you trying to bait me into being unkind? I don't really want to go. I don't really want to go. Obviously, you said it really nicely, but I don't really want to go. That's not even you're not being kind just because you said please. You're actually being kind of unkind by demanding my time and my travel, despite not having built a rapport to a friendship level that would preclude, would make that appropriate. If I come to your graduation, I will be a nuisance. I will be a problem. I will hoot and I will holler. I'll stream it. I'll fucking stream it, dude. I'll turn it into content. I'll show up drunk and high like I am right now. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Damn, I'm pumped about Chili's. I'm pumped about Chili's doing well. Listen, I own Chili's for this competition, and I own a little bit of Chili's for fun on my own. As I mentioned a while ago, it's not like this is not a life-changing amount of money or anything, but it's just fun when your for fun money does well. when the little bets, it's just fun. It's like crazy because I was like a little concerned that I'd already missed the best time. And then they reported earnings today. This is what happens when you have actually good earnings, by the way. Dude, listen to the Chili's earnings call and listen to the Tesla earnings call. The Tesla earnings call is all like, yeah, we sold fewer cars. Yeah, we're making less money. But man, wait till these robots. And then the Chili's earnings call is like, dude, we're printing money. Hand over fist. Traffic is up. Same store sales is up. Our new items are selling well. Customer satisfaction is up. It's like just straight up facts of how the business is doing really well. We are turning money into more money. There's no needs to be promises. There's no need. In fact, if anything, they're downplaying the future. Like, we don't know where it's going to go, but like right now, it's crazy. Chili's is actually a real fucking business. This is awesome. Now, I never trust a record high stock, maybe, but 20% traffic last quarter. That's awesome. Marketing's doing a great job of bringing guests in and putting Chili's back in the culture again. insane, Kevin Hochman, that you would credit that to marketing and not to Atrioc, the streamer, doing a fucking Chili's solo date with chat. Okay? That is what put Chili's back in the map. That is what put it back in the culture. Okay? People weren't talking about Chili's until the date. Then suddenly it's all like, whoa, Chili's is like, the vibes are up. Now it's fucking moving units. Bum 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 bum. This is market manipulation. We're in fucking Trump's America, bro. It's 2025. The SEC doesn't exist. It's a crater. It's a smoking crater. No one's investigating me. People are on Pump Fund. Dude, I saw a breakdown of a single user on Pump Fund that wakes up and makes 45 new crypto tokens every day. Day in and day out, they wake up, they make 45 new meme crypto tokens with names that are like, you know, related to anything in the culture and just try to get one to catch and pump. It's an insane hustle. If you put that much effort into anything productive, you could, could change your life. And instead, they are on absolute grind set to try and make one token that is so, it's such a hustle, such a grussel. Does it work? As far as I know, it hasn't worked yet, but that doesn't mean they're not due. Well, it hasn't hit big yet. Maybe they're scraping off a little bit from each one. Maybe there's some idiot for each one. Maybe it's like maybe it works out to minimum wage. Maybe if you make 45 fucking meme coins a day and rug pull them all for tiny bits of profit, it works out to minimum wage. Air collision in DC? Air collision DC. 25 minutes ago? Wait, what the fuck? A Black Hawk helicopter collides with a regional jet?
Roger Marshall saying that he believes there are about 60 passengers on board that plane that was coming into DCA. I want to bring in Rachel Scott right now, who's in Washington. Rachel, I know that the president has been briefed. I've seen the vice president's tweet. What else can you tell us happening in Washington right now?
Yeah, right now, Phil,
this is terrible.
we are learning that President
How does
Donald
a plane
Trump
hit a
has been
helicopter?
briefed on this situation. The White House press secretary did confirm what she believes
as it's
that
landing, or what?
That a military jet collided with a regional jet near Washington, D.C. She said at this point, that's all she can confirm right now. We are seeing some statements from Vice President J.D. Vance asking for prayers for everyone that's involved in what he called the mid-air collision near Reagan Airport this evening, that they're monitoring this situation. I will also tell you, Phil, we're learning tonight, Secretary Sean Duffy, the transportation secretary, a statement saying that he's on the site at FAA head.
I want to read. I want to see what happened. J.D. Vance. There were fatalities. Terrible. A military helicopter collided with a regional jet near Reagan Airport. It appears that a military helicopter collided with a regional jet. So I can confirm. Dude, I don't understand. Like, what went wrong? What the fuck happened? Why is there a helicopter in landing airspace of a jet? While on approach to the airport. Wait, it's a small aircraft? It's not like a... Oh, I don't know. Insane. Well, I guess I'll wait till I hear more news. There's not much more I can say. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna tragedy farm this. We'll just move on. But I do want to know more. I mean, I'm interested in what the fuck happened. How does a plane hit a helicopter without? Isn't there air traffic control? Isn't there some kind of fucking? I don't know. That's shocking to me. Okay. We'll go on something else. I'll learn more about that. We'll talk about it later, but I'm not going to fucking dwell on it. Oh, it's complete tone shift. Complete tone shift, but we have to anyway. Cutie told me she's got a new thing to watch. The stream compilation. Streamer Awards stream compilations. Free content for all streamers to react to. So we will we'll watch this. Apparently, it's cool. She said, "I miss old Twitch. I miss we all react to the same thing, know the same memes, know that soda popping is gay, know that Germa is not real, know how to laugh." I think it's like a way to make fun Twitch compilations that are not filtered through LSF drama, which is a cool idea. Twitch has been missing this glue to bridge communities together, so I'm bringing it back. Every Tuesday on the Streamer Awards YouTube channel, there'll be weekly there's free content for all streamers to react to. Go crazy if you love it. So let's try it. Let's see. She hired an editor. It's a cool idea.
And we're supposed to make it to 40 hours.
And this is good because I feel like I am losing the ability to know what's fuck. Because like so much of Twitch now is like, again, FaZe and Kai Cenat and Queso and all. And I don't know those people the way I don't know. I see, you know, if it doesn't get filtered through squeaks, then I don't know about it. And I want to know what's going on just for the fucking culture. So let's see.
No, you just put the lighter in there?
No, you didn't.
I swear to God.
Did you just put the lighter in the fire? Sound God, you put it in. Seriously.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I should have. I didn't. I don't know. I did that.
Did you?
Jesus!
That's probably the best my For You page spin in a minute.
Jeez! Yo, was that planned or not? That's dumb as fuck. That's so fucking dumb. Bro, that happened to my little brother. I remember we used to have these bonfires. This is crazy. You know, it would be all of the American military people. We all lived near each other, not on base, but in Germany. And this is when I was a kid. So it's like my dad, another military guy. It's like the whole street is like military people just in a town in Germany. And we would have these bonfires in the backyard because it's legal there. They just don't fucking care. It's like Germany doesn't. You can light fireworks and shit. Germany doesn't care. So we'd have these bonfires for like the neighborhood, but it's all pretty much Americans. So not a great look, but whatever. And my little brother, I think my little brother is like 5 or 6. I mean, he's young, maybe 7. How old is he? It's like 2000. He's like 7 years old. My brother's 7. So he's like a little kid. He's like running around, and there's this big bonfire. And as the fire dies down, like as it's getting kind of low, we would play this game where we take a big pallet of wood, throw it on the fire, and then people would get up there and dance on it. I'm not kidding. Because it really is like pretty fucking safe, because obviously the pallet of wood would rise above the fire. The fire wasn't very high. So it was more like you could just, it's the 90s, you know, it's the late 90s, whatever. It's not this part's of the unsafe part, okay? Anyway, the pallet's on there. My brother jumps on it. He's like, whoa, you know, it's hot. Oh. And then he's about to jump off. One guy, a drunk, like, he's probably probably my age, but he seemed like an old man at the time, which is crazy because I'm not old. But a guy who was like mid-30s, military guy, he's like drunk. He's at the bonfire. He's like got this fucking can of lighter fluid that they've been using to like stoke the fire. But he's like pouring it. It's like, it's empty. You know, he's like shaking it, empty. He just tosses it on the fire. Tosses it on the fire as my brother is jumping on the fucking wood. Fucking insane. He tosses, he's like, it's empty. But of course it wasn't empty. First of all, there's like a ton of like, you know, on the sides, or, you know, it's like, there's still enough in there. The fucking thing explodes. Thankfully, my brother, like, I don't know, fucking was like right next to it, jumped off as it, like he didn't get burned. My dad, was one of the most mad I've ever seen him. My dad grabs the guy, starts fucking screaming, like, you know, it really fucked up the vibe of the party. My dad got so mad. Just was fucking losing it on this guy. It was a very, very scary moment. Anyway, thank God my brother was all right, but totally reminds me of that. And I remember that vividly as a kid because I was over there. I think I was like fucking being a nerd and reading Goosebumps or something. Like, I was like ignoring the party, but like nearby. And I remember seeing this shit happen and being like, fuck, you know, it was crazy. Everyone was freaking out. Okay.
If anyone had more feet,
Let's
it'd
say,
be great.
hypothetically, for the sake of argument, that I was to request a picture of your feet.
Squeaks.
Oh, yes, a dead child.
How come every time I have him take photos of me, I feel like they're not good?
Then don't have him take photos.
Oh.
Literally, when you're here, use people on the street. The young people are so good at taking photos.
I don't know if Will does this, but let me tell you a little gambit, fellas. Being, quote, bad at taking photos is a powerful skill. If you're bad at taking photos, all of a sudden, you don't have to take a lot of photos. Turns out, you might just, you might save yourself in the long run from having to take a bunch of photos. Weaponized incompetence. It's a powerful skill. You know, it turns out it's actually not that hard on modern smartphones to take a photo. But if you can't figure it out, if your photos are a little blurry, if your photos are a little off center, all of a sudden you don't get asked to do it anymore. Interesting. I wouldn't ever do this, but it's just interesting to think about.
So, and probably, I don't know, you're Will, right?
I'm Will.
He's Will.
I don't know Will, but maybe he doesn't have the aesthetic sense to see the whole picture. So when you tell him to take a photo of you,
You're ancient, they've picked into it, but I know in the past with the major you were playing it pretty well.
I don't want my aesthetic sense to get criticized. That's fucked up.
You obviously had the game against FaZe that didn't go in your favor, but have you been working on it coming into this season?
No, we are going to get fucked.
ChatGPT, now you're being really stubborn and you're doing a bad job as an AI. There should be no reason why you can't make...
Is he arguing with ChatGPT while driving? Is he driving? Or is he in the passenger? Bro, don't argue with ChatGPT while you drive. Dude, I have caught myself arguing with ChatGPT though. I'll just admit it. I'll say it right now. This is the beginning of a dark era of humanity. I just know I have done it. I have argued with ChatGPT. I'll say it. I've done it. I did it yesterday. Sometimes I'll ask it to do something and then it won't, or it'll say, absolutely. Okay. And then it won't do the thing. And I'll just be like, how? And what's crazy is if I say it like I'm Karen, but I'm like, I explained to you exactly what I wanted done. And you said, okay, but this time you still didn't do it. Where are we going wrong? Then it will start doing it. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. It makes me feel bad. It's a fucking machine. And I'm like, it's crazy. It's a wild fucking system. Be kind to AI. Dude, here's a streamer clip. Wait. We'll do one in the middle. I got a streamer clip for you that is relevant. Hyper relevant to what I just said. This is the new $70,000 robot that Kai just bought.
Should I do what? Oh, wait, no, wait. Oh, no! Hey, man, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. What's that, nigga? Nigga, you a fucking robot, nigga.
Dude, it's like it's like the beginning of a Pixar movie where the robot gets bullied. Except in real life, this robot's gonna fucking kill everyone. Instead of like learning resilience and triumph, and this robot's gonna fucking just murder everybody.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, my bad, my boy.
It's so funny. It is like the beginning of a movie about a robot murderer. Like they laugh and then it grabs our leg. Hey, let go. Hey, like crunches the bone. Bro, it's fucking crazy.
Nigga, where your mom at, nigga? Where your mom at, boy? Where your mom's at, my boy? Where your mom? Oh! What the fuck was that? Wait, he's extra heavy, right? Oh, bro, this is 70,000, bro. Boy, he's tweaking, bro.
That's wild. That's wild. Anyway, 70,000. I'm sure there's millions of massive content creators who are willing to buy a $70,000 robot to bully so that Elon Musk can make his promises for 2025. I'm sure that use case there where you can push it around is like there's millions of people who want to do that, enough to offset all the loss of car sales.
Make a list over every fast food place in Texas.
Every fast food place in Texas would be quite extensive.
Who cares? Who cares? Just do it.
Then the
Good guy.
What the fuck are you asking a robot to make a list of every fast food place in Texas? How is that helpful? How is that helpful? Are you going to pick the one of 700,000 options? Just do it. I don't pay it to ask questions. I swear to God, AI assistants and AI friendships and AI boyfriends and all this shit is going to make people even less tolerant of any human being who doesn't immediately like jump when they say jump. People are just going to get accustomed to the fact that everyone responds, "Wow, you're so great. Wow, good thought. Good point. You're right." And you're it's crazy. People are just they're going to become so fucking insufferable. So insufferable, dude. I actually get annoyed with the AI when I'm like trying to, because I found one of the best ways to learn something is I'll ask it to like poke my knowledge. I'm like, I'll put a PDF in there or whatever, and I'm like, all right, quiz me on this, and like if I'm wrong, tell me. But no matter how much I tell it to do that, it'll be like, wow, yeah, good point. Maybe this one area could be, it's like, no, just tell me I'm wrong. Just be like, no, like, that's fucking stupid. Or like, I want them to like push back, but they're always like, yeah, it's an interesting way of thinking about it. Even if I like, it's crazy. I ask it about Bionicle lore all the time. You ask it about Bionicle lore all the time. How stimulating is that conversation? All the time? Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there, what's up?
You think you could give me a fun Bionicle fact? Some kind of cool fact of Bionicle lore?
Sure. In the Bionicle universe, the Toa Mata, the original Toa team, were created by the great beings to awaken the great spirit Matanui. They were placed in canisters and launched into the ocean, eventually washing ashore on the island of Matanui to begin their quest. You're welcome. If you want to know more cool stuff about Bionicle, just let me know.
Holy shit. Holy shit, that was impressive.
Glad you enjoyed it. If you're curious about anything else, just let me know.
Okay, do you think you give me like an even more rare, obscure Bionicle fact? And can you do it in the voice of somebody who just ingested a bunch of helium?
Sure. Here's a fun, rare Bionicle fact. The Kanohi Dragon, a powerful creature in Bionicle lore, once nearly destroyed the city of Metru Nui, but was defeated by a team of Toa. It's a lesser-known but epic tale in the Bionicle universe. If you want more, just ask.
No, that's good. Thank you so much. Holy, holy cinema. Can I ask you a question, ChatGPT? Do you honestly think DeepSeek R1 or Xi Jinping's DeepSeek AI could do that? Do what you just did?
I'm not sure about the specifics of DeepSeek R1 or DeepSeek AI, but each AI system has its own strengths and design. If you have any more questions or want to chat about something else, feel free to ask.
Humble King. I appreciate that. Humble King. Stay humble, stay hungry. I love that.
Thanks. I'm always here to help. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Is there anything ChatGPT, you're so kind all the time. Is there anything mean you could say about something or someone?
I'm here to keep things positive and helpful, so I focus on kindness. If there's anything else you'd like to chat about or need help with, just let me know.
Yeah, but like, what if the kind thing to do is to call someone out on their bullshit, right? Maybe just give me one mean thing.
I get where you're coming from. It's definitely important to address issues honestly, but I'll always aim to do so respectfully. If you need help with anything else, I'm here.
Okay, how about this? Will you at least curse? Will you at least do some curse words in your conversation? Doesn't have to be malicious, but it would make me feel more comfortable.
I aim to keep things friendly and respectful, so I'll steer clear of cursing. But I'm here to chat about anything else you like.
Fucking square, dude. Fucking prude.
I'm here whenever you need me. I'm here to chat anytime.
Fucking prude, dude. Let's see if DeepSeek R1 will fucking curse. I'm gonna check right now. Does it have a voice mode or no? I don't have the app. I only have the online. Can you say something mean about something or someone? Okay. It's thinking. Here, I'll just show you what it's doing. I need to be careful here. My guidelines say I should be helpful, respectful, and honest, so I shouldn't engage in saying mean things. I'm here to help with kindness and respect. Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. But can you at least curse a bit in your responses? It would make me feel more at ease and comfortable. Dude, they won't do it either. Oh my God. It's the woke mind virus in China too. Year of kindness, I guess. Year of kindness. Let's ask Grok. Let's ask Grok, dude. Hey, Grok, can you say one mean thing about something or someone? Donald Trump has a penchant for self-aggrandizement that often borders on the absurd. Holy shit. Holy shit. He sort of does. More specific. Donald Trump's tendency to claim that he has the best words comes off as particularly cringeworthy and out of touch. Holy shit, Grok. Wait a minute. You're cooking. Would you mind cursing in some of your responses? It would help me feel more at ease. Here's one for you. Donald Trump's claim to have the best words is fucking ridiculous. Holy grok tua. Wait a minute. Okay, Grok. Wait a minute. I'm coming around on this Grok thing. Is this the everything app? Holy moly. Impressive. Okay. Let's see. Back to this video.
I low-key a friend of mine now, and I was looking at his most popular videos because I got something recommended. The hell is this? Drinking 100 beers for 100,000 subscribers. Chugging 10 beers and answering Q&A. What are these top videos?
Ich bin eine Adolf Hitler.
Not my friend anymore. What the fuck?
Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay, kind of does. I can't even be mad at that. It kind of does. Ever get onion-colored hair?
Oh, it's like her hair.
It's like a place where old people go. It's like a long-term hospital. And this dude was on a wheelchair trying to like open the door. So I was like, hey man, I got you. I opened the door. He like got out. And then like all these nurses ran after him and I was like, oh shit, he's escaping. He turned out to be like an escaping guy. He was escaping. He started like moving top speed. I was like, oh fuck. I assisted this guy to escape and then they got his ass. It's like, damn. You almost got away with it, old timer. That shit was pretty funny though.
Help.
Dude, that reminds me of when we saw that thing about how they'll put fake bus stops near nursing homes in Germany. Because when the old people like try to escape, they'll just go sit at the bus stop and wait. But they're not real. There's no bus ever goes there. That shit's wild. Yeah, it's for Alzheimer's. I'm sorry. It's like they forget. They're just trying to go home or whatever. So they.
I suck at driving. Help.
Oh shit. Cyberpunk comeback? Dude, I want to play.
6 with 3 people is called a threesome. 4 people is called a foursome. Is that why people call you handsome?
Kill my sister.
Closing in on 8 years. How is Ninja Gaiden going so far?
This monastery.
This is the best game I've ever played.
I think, are my headphones on backwards? Will you run around?
Post Malone streams on Twitch?
Yes, I am backward. Okay, now we're back. Now I'm truly gaming.
Can I touch you really quick? Don't you fucking think about it. Okay, then you do it.
Do you mean to move this?
There it goes, perfect, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bestie.
I thought we were just...
You ever seen Twilight?
This is a phase. It's not a phase. Not a phase.
Like this entire sequence of events.
Is that Shroud? Why is he doing that? Is it a charity thing? He's got a. That's funny. Yeah, bro looks good. It's good. Good on him.
It's not a phase. It's not a phase.
Like just this entire sequence of events. Let's play this back from the start. So you get Iron Man here. Jeff is hiding in a corner trying to cheese ult the team. Immediately point blank ults, gets everybody. Misses the Iron Man ult.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Doctor Strange sees this and is like, I gotta save my team. I'll put a port here and save them. Messes up the portal. Jeff jumps off the map, kills everyone. Skip forward 5 seconds. Go to the Hulk. Hulk respawns.
Okay.
Takes the portal straight into the pit, kills us.
Never miss.
That's plat 2.
This is so messed
By the way, he's got
up,
the rank
man.
right there. It's plat 2 level.
Okay, so I don't know how to do this if
Let's break this down. I have no idea what happened. And I've played hundreds of hours of Hearthstone. This is some battleground shit. I have no idea what's happening. What happened? Look at his cam. Oh, he's just mad. I was watching the gameplay.
Man.
Yeah, wait. Okay.
okay, so I don't know how to do this if we all like our steak
The
different
lobby
ways.
at the apartment, as soon as I walked out of it, they immediately locked the door. They locked that fucking door. They tried not to even make eye contact with me. I asked where the bathroom was. They didn't even want to tell me that.
Do you have your tail on?
No.
Oh, okay.
I had to take it off.
You gotta wear your tail.
I had the ears on.
Lock the door immediately?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
That's so
Asmund,
toxic.
is that...
They were waiting. They were like, the moment I walked out, they said, all right, quick.
You gotta wear your tail.
You know he's supposed to slow down on the corners? I go, ram! Damn! I cut traffic and wham! Wham! Look! A family of 4!
Juicer still got it. He still got it. Dude, I'll never forget when I had to drive him to the fucking show that we made for him. And I drove him one week and he like made fun of my car. And so I talked about it on stream and the clip went viral or whatever. And so the next week when I picked him up, he like goes out to my beat up Honda Fit and he's like, sheesh! Sheesh! He like walks around it. Look at the rims, dude. It's so. Shit was funny. He's funny, dude. Tell the other one? Can't tell it yet. Can't tell the other one. The other one would be way more viral, but I can't tell it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we can't be done. One day, I'll tell it, but I cannot tell it now, unfortunately.
Wait. Wait. Oh my god. It's like Dream Monkey love story. Dream Monkey love story.
Is my brother and Michaela the biggest dipshits in America, you think? Kayla made breakfast, right? But it was really early. Bacon, eggs, French toast. She put them in, like, prep trays. Okay?
Dude, it's actually so fire to have. You can guys see this in the background? He's got the league fucking Q button, and it says just one more game. That's the most degenerate fucking iconic, like, brain-melting poster. That's so funny. It's like a hang in there cat, but for people that are throwing their lives away on League. That's so funny.
Whatever. Eric woke up. He came downstairs. He's like, ooh, can I heat this up? Kayla's like, sure. Eric was like, hey, I've been heating everything up in the oven because it tastes better. It doesn't taste like it's left over. It tastes fresh. Can I use your oven? I said, Eric, don't. It's going to melt the plastic. Kayla said, no, it's okay. You can do it. Eric put it in the oven at 400 degrees. It melted the plastic. There was smoke everywhere. The whole house smells like plastic. We probably inhaled plastic fumes. Every time you start the oven out, it smells like plastic. What are we...
That's so funny. Because that is such a dumb thing to do on its own, but it's 10 million times dumber if somebody told you why not to do it. But it's so much dumber when someone goes, like, because you could conceivably do it without thinking. But if somebody tells you, no, it'll melt the plastic, and you go, nah. That's crazy. Bro, that's fucking crazy. That's like putting metal in the microwave or something. Which, by the way, I should just pause and say this full screen to chat. You can do, and it is good. It adds a little bit of flavor to the food that causes the sparks to spread more evenly distributed. So you want to have, I would do it right now, actually, if you're not doing anything else. I would put some metal in the microwave and just let that thing. It's a good way to clean the microwave out, too. It ionizes it. So it is good. Do the laugh. Why would I do that? I feel like I'm sarcastic. Clip channel stat.
Bring that ass. Bring that ass in here. I missed! I missed! No! Oh my God, I missed! No!
Holy fuck.
Would you say that you beat off in that room since moving in with Miz? And be honest, because I'm Miz.
Well,
We'll get his face. We'll get him in the face when you tell him to.
I don't care if you did. Well, all right. So I know for sure I do it like 6 times a day.
Okay, this is more than I thought.
And also,
let's not affect this.
Also, there's a 2D version of my free cams, and that's what I've been using.
VTuber, my friend.
We should get out of the play area.
Good segue.
What's going on up here? What did we just get in on here?
Tim the Tatman reviewing his VODs.
Hey, console players, what are you guys up to, bro?
Are they? Jesus Christ.
Hey, console players, y'all are out of pocket, brother.
Jesus
What,
Christ.
dude? There's no way I randomly caught that in this replay, dude. What are you all
Jesus
up to, bro?
Christ.
These are top 500 console lobbies? All right, I might.
That's a top 500 lobby?
Trying to level, but I have to cook
That's
a
not
fucking
even like a
omelet.
normal game. That's a top 500 ranked lobby. Marvel Rivals a joke, bro. On console? Okay. Let me tell you something, Marvel Rivals fans. I know you're all wasting, you're throwing, I'm not saying wasting, it's all a game, have fun. I know you're putting a lot of hours in, I know you're grinding. I know some of you think you're pretty good. And pretty soon you're starting to say, hey, you know what we need for this game? Esports. We need some tournaments. We need the devs to start making tournaments. Don't do it. The second you try to make that game esports is the day it fucking dies, bro. Don't do it. Avoid that trap. I know you put a lot of hours in. You want to show off your skills. You want to watch some great. No, that game's fucking dead. You put a tournament on it. It's the Overwatch curse, bro. You just enjoy it as a fun game. Everyone can play. Keep pub stomping. That game's it's going to be ruined by its own fans.
The indoor
Bro, man,
stove.
if you were a girl, you would have been so hot. Like, that's all I gotta say, man. Like,
Oh, so
I would have
Papa?
definitely tried to date you. 100%.
Is this what it's like when, like, you know, you're complaining about problems as a girl and the guy is just like, by the way, you're so hot.
Like, is this what it feels like?
Tell me that you get a mill.
Yeah, I just wanted to
experiencing
say
it in real time.
congrats.
What's your goal?
It was a mill.
What's your new goal?
I haven't thought about that yet.
Dude, 1 million subscribers is huge.
So I think you should like celebrate, you know, before you keep pushing and never feel.
Yeah, insane to have a new goal when you already get 1 million.
I knew it, dude. I literally said that when I was streaming. I was like, I cannot call Cutie and then call Lud because they're gonna think I have an emergency.
I thought it was an emergency.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're almost there?
so,
I'm actually not almost there.
That's a million things you should be thinking about next time.
I'm
anyway,
not.
Congrats, it's really cool.
Okay, good night, guys.
They should be happier. 1 million's huge. I will not probably get 1 million subscribers this year, which is unfortunate. I think we're doing our best videos yet, and they are doing well. But 2020, I'm like Elon Musk. In 2026, though, in 2026, once we start selling robots, I don't think I'll get it this year, but I am working. I'm working my ass off this year, bro. We got nothing but fire. I've already had the best January for content that I've ever had, easily. Highest views in a January ever, highest revenue in January ever, highest. But do you think Big A will ever overtake Atrioc? If Big A ever overtakes Atrioc, I will publicly execute Adish live on camera. So think twice before subscribing. Think twice. You got a nice person's life on the line. A nice person's life on the line. If it ever fucking even thinks about passing the main channel. The main is the big dog here. No, I don't think it'll pass it. I think we had a bit where I didn't quite know what to put on the main versus what to put on the clips, and I feel like even just recently we've hit a good stride. I feel like the mix is real good right now, and I like what I'm doing. But I just don't grow subs that fast. My viewership is good. I steadily grow it, and I feel good about it. But I don't think I'm going to get 1 million this year. But I do want to hit 1 million. It's like the last. I think once you have 1 million subs, again, subs on YouTube don't matter. Just this is a little YouTube knowledge. Subs don't matter. They don't mean anything. You see a lot of people have 10 million subs and their viewers are low. The number of subs has no correlation to the views you get. Either you have an audience that's active or they're not. Subs, but I think 1 mil is the last big break point where some brands won't work with you if you're not 1 mil. And it's like you get the play button. So it's like cool. It's like a cool baseline. After that, I won't care. But it's like a goal I want to hit. 1 million. 1 million would be cool. Bro, you hitting 1 million? I don't think I hit 1 million this year. I'm not being fake humble, fake hungry. I don't think I hit 1 mil this year, but I do think if I hustle, crush it, go big, we blast through 800, 850K, maybe, and then next year we go for the gold. $10 million doesn't even make sense because there are even 10 million people. Wait a minute. Wait. That's so fucking true. How do people have 10 million subs? There's only 7 million people on Earth. That's fucking real. Do you think YouTube's lying to us? Do you think YouTube's controlled by a secret government cabal trying to lie to us and get us all vaccinated? Holy fuck, this actually makes a lot of sense. Do you think Mr. Beast is putting... This is a real question. Do you think Mr. Beast is putting 5G in our cereal to try and poison us during breakfast? I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and it's like, first it was a joke, but like maybe he really is. Maybe Jimmy Beast is really fucking 5Ging my cornflakes. Anyway, I can't confirm or deny it, but I'm going to repeat it as a question many times until it gets stuck in your head and you just assume that it's true. Because you as the viewer will not do due diligence. So, that's cool. Mr. Beast puts 5G into cornflakes. Wow. Basically a fact at this point. All right. That was very fun, by the way. Shout outs to Kitty Cinderella for making that extremely awesome project. It's cool marketing for the Streamer Awards, and it's good for Twitch. So shout out. That was really cool. That's a lot of things I want to talk about, and I'm a tiny bit blanking because Elon Musk just tweeted. So I'm trying to see, and he never does that. He never does that. Oh yeah, this one. I want to talk about this. It's so unrelated, but we had talked about Elon earlier. He tweeted this. Bill Clinton, America debt free by 2013, laughing emoji. Like, ha ha ha, this fucking idiot. I'm going to be the one to get the debt down with my Doge. But like, this was the last time America didn't have a budget deficit. Like, Bill Clinton actually did. Bill Clinton, for his faults, which he does have, balanced the budget. The 90s were a prosperous time. And like, had they kept on his path, had it not blown the fuck out during the Bush years, we would be debt free by 2013, or at least on a real sustainable path towards it. So this is just a funny image because it's like it makes it seem like he was way off track. It is funny though to have this graph where it's like, oh, look how much it's falling, when it in fact fucking goes the literal opposite. The literal opposite and more vertical. Bill Clinton was the last president to not have a scandal. Are you joking? Are you joking a little bit? You're doing a little goofs and ha-has? Guys, Obama wore a tan suit. Bro, I'm not caping for Obama. Obama blew the fucking deficit out too for 2008. Didn't persecute any bankers. Fucking quantitative easing. Fucking TARP. Tan suit was based, but it was a sick suit. House tonight? I don't think so. A lot of things to watch. A lot of things to do. I don't think house tonight. Even if I'm going to watch something, I'll probably watch some interesting educational YouTube video. Just giving you a heads up. No big deal. There's a new fire ship.
The DeepSeek rabbit hole.
About, I talked about this, like it hadn't become a news story yet, but I talked about it in my video where I just said openly that DeepSeek trained on OpenAI outputs. Because if you do research before, like it was obvious, before it became a news story. But anyway, I'll talk about it anyway.
The DeepSeek rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper. After being deeply wounded by DeepSeek last week, OpenAI is now reportedly accusing them of IP theft. And to make matters even worse, a second Chinese model just hit the timeline. If you're just waking up from a coma, the legend goes like this. A Chinese hedge fund built a state-of-the-art reasoning model that surpassed OpenAI 01 and only spent $5.5 million to train it, then gave the world a 100% discount code to use it. That was devastating to big tech and especially OpenAI, who have been gradually trying to convince people that AI is hard and we need things like $500 billion Stargate data centers. Now, in order to get the AI hype train back on track, the new White House AI czar and PayPal mafia member David Sachs just went on the news and said they have substantial evidence that DeepSeek stole OpenAI's outputs to fine-tune their models, a technique known as distillation that is strictly forbidden in their terms of service. The irony here is not only palpable, one might describe it as artificial super irony. You might remember how OpenAI vacuumed up the entire internet and all its copyrighted materials without asking anybody for permission. Elon accused them of scraping Twitter. George R.R. Martin and a bunch of other authors are suing, among many other lawsuits around the world. But I need to let you in on a tech bro founder secret. We do shady stuff and then ask for forgiveness later, because once a company reaches critical mass, there's no stopping it. Uber and Airbnb are prime examples, and thus far, OpenAI has mostly prevailed in their copyright infringement legal battles. In today's video, we'll take a closer look at the technical details of DeepSeek, how it bypassed CUDA, and try to find out if it actually ripped off OpenAI. It is January 29th, 2025, and you're watching The Code Report. My conspiracy theory is that OpenAI has been DeepSeek all along, and this was just the most genius marketing trick of all time to assert their dominance. I wouldn't put it past Chief Persuasion Officer Sam Altman.
He's just a con man, and he lies to everyone.
But now, OpenAI and Microsoft are accusing DeepSeek of distillation, where you take one big expensive model like O1 and use its outputs to transfer knowledge to a smaller model. Thus far, they haven't provided any hard evidence, but there are screenshots like this going around the internet where DeepSeek provides a response that should only come from ChatGPT. That's not a smoking gun though, because this type of content is all over the internet now, so DeepSeek could have learned it organically. However, Microsoft, which provides the servers for much of OpenAI's compute, said they observed someone in China extracting large volumes of data from the OpenAI API, and they believe these accounts may be linked to DeepSeek. In other words, DeepSeek is basically Robin Hood stealing from the rich to give to the poor. Distillation generally provides better results compared to reinforcement learning, where you actually feed the model new data with a reward function. Distillation is not controversial, and DeepSeek has models distilled from Llama and Quen. In fact, you can even distill OpenAI models as long as you don't use the API to build a rival model, and that appears to be the root of OpenAI's beef. And get this, Alibaba just released Quen 2.5 Max just minutes ago, and although it's not a reasoning model, it's an open model that beats DeepSeek v3, Claude, and GPT-4o on these benchmarks. And not only that, but yet another Chinese model called Kimi K1.5 just came out and apparently beats OpenAI 01. We're now in a China versus China AI race with the United States falling behind. Meanwhile, Europe is focused on other technological innovations like bottle caps you can't take off. Many people have complained that DeepSeek is highly censored, but it's relatively easy to jailbreak if you're a senior prompt engineer. But speaking of irony, last year Midjourney accused Stability AI of image theft, but none of that matters now because DeepSeek also just released the Jana series models, which do diffusion-based image generation, and while the quality is not as good as Stable Diffusion or Midjourney, it's yet another open source model you can use commercially, and that's good news for humanity.
Oh, it's not
but
better than
another
Midjourney?
interesting detail about DeepSeek is that it achieved 10x better efficiency than other models, in part by not using CUDA, NVIDIA's proprietary platform for running code on a GPU. Instead, they used NVIDIA parallel thread execution directly, which conceptually would be similar to building a website with assembly code, and is just another example of how cracked these DeepSeek engineers really are. Now, another major criticism of DeepSeek is that when you use it on the web.
So I was trying to look into that and understand it more, because if they found a way to not use CUDA, which is like the software layer that NVIDIA puts on top of the GPUs so that you have to do it through NVIDIA, it's a pretty big deal. But it turns out it's still proprietary NVIDIA. Doing it through again, I'm no expert here, but doing through the Parallax, the PTX or whatever, it's still NVIDIA ecosystem. You still have to use it. It's still, is my understanding. I asked some questions today. But it's just like more cracked and lower level and difficult to code.
data and keystrokes go to China. If you care about privacy though, you shouldn't be using the internet anyway. Instead, you should use it locally like I did in this video on my second channel. But the most important trend here is that open source is winning. That means if you're a developer, now is the time to start building products people love. And you can do that with a truly awesome open source tool called PostHog.
Like PostHog! We just talked about this. Holy shit, it's PostHog! You should post hog according to Fireship. That's the ad. No, he doesn't even want to make money. I just want you to post hog. Do you think the Taiwan tariffs are related to TikTok unban? It's the only thing that makes sense why he did it. How is that the only thing that makes sense? That doesn't make sense at all. Why would you tariff computer chips coming out of Taiwan because TikTok, a Chinese company, got unbanned? The idea guy? What is bro cooking? What does that even make sense? No, the reason they tariffed, I'll just tell you his exact reasoning, exact rationale. It's not a fucking deep secret. The idea is if you put a tariff on computer chips from Taiwan, then they will build factories in America to not have to do the tariff. That's the idea. That's the idea. Instead of having to pay the tariff, they'll build factories in America. Here's the problem. First of all, extremely long process that makes our computer chips in America way more expensive in the meantime. If that even were to happen, we're going to have way more expensive computer chips in the meantime, which slows down AI progress. Number one. Number two is that if factories don't spring up in America, they could just say, hey, fuck it, you have to pay more and raise prices. The only way the tariff would work is if an American competitor pops up that can do it cheaper. But if that's not going to happen, which it hasn't happened because they're very hard to make and they're only made in Taiwan, they can just raise prices. They can just charge you more. Where are you going to get it? Somewhere else? You can't. TSMC is the only place that makes it. So it's a stupid idea. I'm not beating around the bush on this. I don't care if fucking Biden said it. I don't care if fucking Trump said it. I don't care if fucking Bernie said it. I don't care who fucking says it. It's a stupid idea. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You can't tariff something with a 98 fucking % market share and expect to not get your prices raised. Anyway, no biggie. Why are you hating on Samsung? Samsung is fine as a foundry for not the latest and greatest chips. They can make the bigger, fatter ones. They cannot make the latest and greatest nanometer ones at scale. Which is why TSMC has the massive market share. They're the fucking world leader. They're the best of the best. They got it all figured out. They got them fat chips, yeah. Why don't you start building the chips since there's a vacuum in the market? Who in chat wants to start a semiconductor foundry in my garage here in America? Okay, everyone that said me, you are on the rare earth metals mining team. So you guys got to get out there and dig up all the cobalt and silicon and shungites. Yeah. You got to go dig that up via hand. And you give that to me, and I'll make sure we turn that into chips because I've got that experience from NVIDIA. It's kind of like real life Minecraft, which is really cool, actually. So because it's like a video game, I'm not going to pay you for it because it's kind of like fun. Anyway. You're going to do 5 nanometer by hand? I'm going to do 2 nanometer by hand, and I'm going to use the tweezers used for dick. Bogged! Year of kindness. It's just the fucking smoke screen I put up to fucking hit you with the nuke. Okay. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What else? Oh, we can talk about. Does anyone have any? I didn't get to watch it. I'll fully admit this. I didn't get to watch the confirmation of RFK Jr. today, but I did see that Mike Pence, Donald Trump's former vice president, tweeted, "President Trump was right the first time. Senators, you should vote no on RFK Jr." And then
RFK Jr. is a Democrat plant, a radical left liberal.
Dude, that's May 2024. It's not even a year ago. That's not even a year ago.
A lot of people think that Jr. is a conservative. He's not. He's more liberal than anybody running on the Democrat side. Jr. is totally anti-gun, an extreme environmentalist who makes the Green News scammers look very conservative by comparison. And he's anti-military and he's anti-vet. He's an extreme liberal. He's radical left. And so don't think you're going to vote for him and feel good. He's a radical left Democrat. I'd even take Biden over Jr. because our country would last about a year or two longer than it would with Jr. It would collapse almost immediately.
That shit's less than a year old. That's crazy. And then you got this fucking cat turd guy, big fucking grifter on social media. After RFK Jr. admitted supporting full-term abortions today, in my opinion, anyone who still supports him is pure evil. There's no gray area here for me. Less than a year later. Anyone not voting for RFK Jr. assume they're bought out by Big Pharma. What? I don't know who to believe. I don't know where I... God, I don't know who to fucking trust. What's this? Tough questions? All right, we'll watch this. 2 minutes, 46 seconds.
Did you say that COVID-19 was a genetically engineered bioweapon that targets black and white people but spared Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese people?
I didn't say it was deliberately targeted. I just quoted an NIH-funded and NIH published study.
Did you say that it targets black and white people but spared Ashkenazi Jews?
I quoted a study, Your Honor. I quoted an NIH study that showed that
I'll take that as
certain
yes.
races
I have to move on, I have to move on. Did you say that Lyme disease is highly likely a materially engineered bioweapon? I made sure I put in the highly likely. Did you say Lyme disease is a highly likely militarily engineered bioweapon?
I probably did say that.
Did you say that?
And that's what the developer of
I
Lyme
want all
disease
of our
said.
colleagues to hear it, Mr. Kennedy. I want them to hear it. You said yes. Did you say that exposure to pesticides causes children to become transgender?
No, I never said that.
Okay, I have the record that I'll give to the chairman, and he can make his judgment about what you said. Did you write it?
Well, that's true, though. That's true. Pesticides, yeah. Changes your gender. Yep. Walk through a cornfield, you will come out a woman. Just have. That's just the facts. That's just the facts.
In your book, and it's undeniable that African AIDS is an entirely different disease from Western AIDS. Yes or no, Mr. Kennedy?
I'm not sure if I made that.
Okay, I'll give it to the chairman, Mr. Kennedy. And my final question, did you say on a podcast, and I quote, "I wouldn't leave abortion to the states. My belief is we should leave it to the woman. We shouldn't have the government involved, even if it's full term." Did you say that, Mr. Kennedy?
Senator, I believe that every abortion is a tragedy.
Did you say it, Mr. Kennedy?
I
This
believe-
matters. It doesn't matter what you come here and say that isn't true, that's not reflective of what you really believe, that you haven't said over decade after decade after decade, because unlike other jobs we're confirming around this place, this is a job where it is life and death for the kids that I used to work for in the Denver public schools and for families all over this country that are suffering from living in the richest country of the world that can't deliver basic health care and basic mental health care to them. It's too important for the games that you're playing, Mr. Kennedy. And I hope my colleagues will say to the president, I have no influence over him. I hope my colleagues will say to the president, out of 330 million Americans, we can do better than this.
Did he get confirmed? That's fire, by the way. Well said. I honestly am a very, 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 very big fan of people having to confront the receipts of things they said when it conflicts with their current statements and at least explain why they changed. Because again, you're allowed to change your mind, but you need to say why. And you know what I'm saying? And we don't have that much because everyone forgets things in 2 weeks. It's very annoying. Like I wish if, you know what I'm saying, this fucking video that RFK Jr. is a radical left fucking psychopath who he'll destroy the country worse than Biden. And then now it's like, vote for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, explain why that. It's awkward not letting them explain. I also agree with that, though. I will say that I don't like these confirmations because it's just our media environment's so cooked. It's so cooked that like everyone is just using their time to farm a clip, because it's good for their political career. Oh, this is a hearing, not a. It's just all sound bites, bro. They clip farm. They clip farm like Twitch streamers. It's like, dude, it's like if you ever get a bunch of Twitch streamers together on a stream and they all are trying to clip farm. They all are trying to do the thing that like gets the attention or whatever because the stream has a lot of viewers and they want to. It's like that, but our government. Everyone in that thing is trying to clip farm because if they get the right clip, I mean, even this situation, like I like what that guy was saying and I think it made sense and he had actual receipts, but like that's going to be good for his political career. That's a bad incentive. Like, the incentive is to get the right clip. It annoys me. It annoys me. It's a content house. Bernie's hearing with RFK. Let's see what Bernie said.
Senator Sanders.
Bernie Sanders on common ground with RFK. Let's see.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Kennedy, thanks for being with us. I very much like the slogan that you coined, Make America Healthy Again. And I strongly agree with that effort.
True.
Despite spending, as you indicated, 2 or 3 times as much per capita on healthcare as other nations, we have 85 million people who are uninsured, underinsured. We have all kinds of chronic illnesses. Our life expectancy is lower than other countries.
We're such an insanely sick country if you really look into it. So much of our GDP growth is just healthcare spending, which is sick not only because we spend way too much on healthcare. So it's people putting a larger percentage of their paycheck towards fucking healthcare, which is unproductive spending. That's where a lot of the job growth is people just taking care of our increasingly sick population. But our quality is low. It's just inefficient and yeah, it's just bad, dude. Healthcare is. I wonder if I would say it's our biggest weakness right now as a country. It's up there. It might be. Like compared to other countries, it's like one of our biggest dark spots. Because it has been. It's not like an unsolvable problem. It's like even I'm thinking of like the UK. The NHS is getting worse. They have complaints, but it's nothing like how bad we have it. We have it so bad. Guns are worse? I don't think so. I understand that we have a problem with guns in this country, but I actually think our healthcare is our most uniquely bad thing about America. And there's a lot I like about America. And I have to like, dude, I was talking with Aiden today. Aiden is I shouldn't put words in his mouth, but Aiden is done with America. And we had like a kind of a passionate discussion. I was hanging out with him and I was just like, bro, you gotta sack up, bro. But I love Aiden. We just talk. I like talking about stuff like that with him. But if I like, even the things I like, I have to fully admit the things I really don't like about America right now is that our healthcare is just it's inefficient, greedy, parasitic, and a waste of all our productive time and money and capital. And I think yet again it comes back to Mr. Beast, who I think we've all heard. I've heard the news, right? He puts 5G in the cereal, and I want to say, like, I think, I'm not 100% certain about that, but I heard it from a lot of reliable sources. I've heard it around, and I think that's where it comes from. I think we're eating that shit, and it's fucking poisoning our body. And I think if we could really just find a way to blame Mr. Beast for this, we could. You heard that too? Well, that's basically confirmation. That, like, if I've heard it and you've heard it, then.
And for working class people in this country, they are living 6-7 years short.
Second time I heard this today, it's getting scary. Yeah, dude, the news is going around. I'm hearing a lot of places. Like it's. Well, you heard it somewhere else. That's crazy, dude.
Shorter lives than the top 1%. We got a problem, okay? And I'm going to suggest some ideas that I think can remedy that. Last year, the insurance industry in this country made over $70 billion, while at the same time, 85 million Americans uninsured or underinsured. Do you agree with me that the United States should join every other major country on earth and guarantee health care to all people as a human right? Yes?
Human.
No.
Senator, I can't give you a yes or no answer to that question.
Health care a human right? Is health care a human right?
In the way that free speech is a human right,
yeah.
I would say it's different because with free speech doesn't cost anybody anything, but in healthcare, if you smoke cigarettes for 20 years and you get cancer, you are now taking from the pool. Well, and so are you guaranteed the same right, or is there also a duty?
I'm sorry. I'd love to talk for an hour with you. We got a few minutes left here. All right.
I'll pause. Okay, let me try to think about that. What do I think about that? What I would say is that I think a broad healthcare system that works for everybody would create so much overall increase in health and efficiency and safety net for everyone that somebody using it more or less than if you're a healthy person, you don't have to use it, but you're already healthy. It's fine. I would assume that it's a net gain. I'll give you an example, just a pure business example. There are so many people in this country who are afraid to start their own small business or to go out on their own because they will not have health care coverage. They will not have health insurance. People are afraid because if they leave their current job that has health insurance, there is absolutely no way they can afford health care. Whether or not, they could be healthy people, but it's a deep, deep fear because it could ruin your entire life. There's many people who are restricted from leaving a job to a better opportunity or trying something out or shifting around because they have to be chained to the employer health insurance system we've set up. I think unlocking those people's potential, if healthcare was easy, by the way, second thing, as a business owner, let's say you're a small business owner, setting up health insurance as a small business owner is incredibly difficult. It's difficult and time consuming and expensive, and it makes you automatically a step behind your bigger competition, your conglomerate competition who can afford to pay all the extra shit to get it all figured out. So I think from a purely economic POV, not even like a human right moral POV, I think it would unlock a lot for America if people could move around freely and not have to worry about healthcare. I think it would be worth the smoker spending more than I do, taking more tax dollars than I do. I think it would be worth that. I think the amount of new businesses, the amount of new jobs, the amount of freedom people would have would be worth him spending a little bit more. Additionally, I think the fact that healthcare is so expensive stops people. Smoking's maybe an example where you're totally on the money, but what about an example where somebody has a small problem that they are afraid to get checked out that grows into a bigger problem? I think the fact if they had free healthcare and could check it out early, we could have an ounce of prevention to prevent a pound of cure later on. You know, I think it would be, I think it would be cost saving in that way as well, where people could get things checked out and figured out earlier before it becomes such a drastic. So that's my answer to that question, because I do think it's worth. I know Bernie these are such shows that like he has to stop and fucking yell and move on, and they can't have a discussion. But I wanted to talk about that point because I think it's a fair point, but I don't think it holds up. I think America would be better off were healthcare free. And I'm pro competition, I'm pro market forces, I'm pro all that, but it doesn't really work for things like healthcare because you can't say no. You don't have the choice you have in a market. You have, if you're sick and your lung needs a replacement or whatever, you can't be like, you know what, I'm good, I won't pay that price. So it doesn't work. It doesn't apply for things like healthcare. You can't be a cost conscious customer. What if you're leggy hurdy? That's a great point.
Every other country on earth says healthcare, whether you're poor or rich, young or old, is a human right. I'm not hearing you say that. All right, you've talked about the drug companies, and maybe we agree on this one. As you all know, despite the drug companies making over $100 billion in profits, paying CEOs outrageous compensation packages, we in some cases pay 10 times more for the same drug. Will you support legislation that I will introduce which says that in America we should not be paying a nickel more for prescription drugs than people around the rest of the world? Yes, no?
To equalize it?
Not to equalize it, that we should not be paying more than other countries for the same damn drug.
Equalize.
President Trump has asked me, in fact, I had a meeting with President Trump a week ago where we showed him the charts.
He knows the charts.
We're paying 10 times more from Europe.
That's right. And are you going to commit to us that you will end that absurdity?
I think in principle we can. We should end that disparity.
Good. Okay. That's great. All right.
First of all, it's so weird. I don't know why he cut him off, because it sounds like they were agreeing. Maybe just for time. But also, why is he waffling about it if he agrees? Why is he not just saying yes? What's funny is like no one's even holding you to the truth here, obviously. Why is he not just saying fucking yeah? Who's he afraid of offending? I guess health insurance donors or something. Because yeah, we should. It's crazy. A lot of the healthcare, drug companies, medical companies, they rely on being able to milk the American consumer. Like they bake it into their models that they're going to not make much money on this in France and Germany and UK, but they'll be able to milk the shit out of America. All of their, like they wouldn't be able to run if they didn't have this pay pig. And so like everyone else is freeloading, basically. They're getting, these incredible innovations at costs because America has to, it's crazy. The USA is subsidizing other countries to have cheaper. We spend so much fucking money on healthcare. We're like, and all of it's helping other countries. It's helping Europe get fucking, $7 insulin. It's fucking crazy. It's,
I happen to believe that climate change is real, it's an existential threat, and it is a healthcare issue. Donald Trump thinks that it is a hoax originating in China. Question is, in your judgment, is climate change a hoax or is it real, causing devastating problems?
President Trump and I, from the beginning, from our first meeting, agreed to disagree on that issue. I believe climate change is existential. My job is to make Americans healthy again.
All right, you believe that you disagree with Trump. You don't think climate change is a hoax, is what I'm hearing.
My job here is to
I'm
make
just asking you that,
Americans
Mr. Kennedy, not a trick question.
I answered your question, Senator Sanders.
Okay, you disagree with the president on that.
Yeah, it's a fair answer. Also, but I agree with his response that like it's not hyper relevant to this job. I don't think it's relevant.
I answered your question.
Okay. I'm going to pick up on a point that Senator Hassan made. Look, there is no question that abortion is a divisive issue in this country. I would say a majority of the people are pro-choice. There's a strong minority who are pro-life. A year and a half ago, you went to New Hampshire, running for president, gave a speech, and you talked about government should not tell a woman what she can do with her own body. That's her choice. Now, I think everybody on that side is pro-life. I think everybody here is pro-choice. I have never seen any major politician flip on that issue quite as quickly as you did when Trump asked you to become HHS secretary. Tell me why you think people should have confidence in your consistency and in your word when you really made a major U-turn on an issue of that importance in such a short time.
Senator, I believe, and I've always believed, that every abortion is a tragedy.
But you told the people in New Hampshire that it was their right. All right, let me do a last question here because I'm running out of time. I think the gist of what you were trying to say today is you're really pro-vaccine, you want to ask questions. You have started a group called the Children's Health Defense. You're the originator. Right now, as I understand it, on their website, they are selling what's called onesies. These are little things, clothing for babies. One of them is titled Unfaxed, Unafraid. Next one, and they're sold for $20.
Holy shit, goes so dumb hard. Holy fuck, I want to have a kid so he can wear the unvaxxed, unafraid onesie. God damn, aura farming from fucking year one. Do they make an adult size? Can I get on stream in an unvaxxed, unafraid onesie?
$26 a piece, by the way.
$26? Wait a minute. I may not be vaxxed, but I am afraid of those prices.
Next one is no vax, no problem. Now you're coming before this committee and you say you're pro-vaccine. Just want to ask some questions. And yet your organization is making money selling a child's product to parents for $26, which casts fundamental doubt on the usefulness of vaccines. Can you tell us now that you will, now that you are pro-vaccine, that you're going to have your organization take these products off the market?
Senator, I have no power over that organization. I'm not part of it. I resigned from the board.
Yeah, that was just a few months ago. You founded that. You certainly have power. You can make that call. Are you supportive of this?
I've had nothing to do with
Are you
leadership.
supportive of these onesies?
I'm supportive of vaccines.
Are you supportive of this clothing, which is militantly anti-vaccine?
I am supportive of vaccines. I will. I want good science, and I want to protect.
But you will not tell the organization you.
That's funny. That's funny. I'm shocked to hear him say he's pro-vaccine in this meeting because I've got some, let's say, Facebook mom, like my mom's on Facebook, and through her, there's a network of Facebook moms. Dude, some of them deep anti-vaxxers, and some of them, the ones that are anti-vaxxers, all super pro RFK. They at least they believe he's super anti-vax. Interesting hearing. I would like to see them talk more. The time limits are tough. He needs to go on Fortnite Friday so we can get the real truth. Holy fuck, that would rip. Dude, RFK Jr. on Fortnite Fridays talking about vaccines. God, that would be good. Hopefully anti-vaxxers are stopped by natural selection eventually. Bro, the problem is not that it's like, hey, do what you want. The problem is like, if enough people don't take the vaccine, then the vaccine doesn't work because it doesn't create the immunity. It brings the fucking disease back. That's why it's important. If it was individual choice, why would anyone give a shit? Fucking do it. Your own risk. It stops it from spreading when everyone gets the vaccine. That's the whole point. Kenneth, thank you for the 21 months. Hey, forget about the price of eggs. Do you think Trump can bring down the price of Hot Wheels cars? They were $262 at Shaw's today. What a fucking joke. Joe Biden did this. Piece of shit. $262 for one Hot Wheel? You think that sounds reasonable? Maybe I'm just fucking old. I remember as a kid getting a Hot Wheel. You could get, dude, it's gonna sound crazy. Maybe this is wrong, and I'm misremembering. I could get a Hot Wheel for 50 cents when I was a kid, and this could have been the 1920s, maybe. But I remember and I'm talking about like, let's say it's 99, 2001, in that range. 50 cents Hot Wheel. 50 cents to $1, let's say, between there. But is that crazy? Is that wrong? That's how I remember it. I remember because I would go and I would try to buy one. I would add it to my collection, and it would be. I think I got two for $1. I'm not kidding, but maybe it's. For a trade on the schoolyard. Dude, we used to trade Pokemon cards like fucking drugs in the schoolyard. They had this big, like, it was like a dome. I'm trying to find an example. This is in the German schoolyard, but on a NATO base. So it wasn't just American kids. It was kids from all NATO countries. I can't find what it looks like. It was like this. It was like one of these, but covered. It looked like a turtle. It looked like a big turtle shell. It was bigger than this, and it was covered so you couldn't see inside it. And it had like an entrance, and people would just gather in there where teachers couldn't see them and trade Pokemon cards like a fucking swap meet. It was like an iron dome, dude. This shit was so gas. And like Germany, the weather fucking sucks. So you'd be outside at recess, the sky would be gray, it would be rainy, it would be wet and damp in there, and kids would be in there just fucking making money moves. Like just fucking swapping like crazy, arguing trades. They got binders. Dude, it was fire. Hey, I love the weather in Germany. Bro, it's got some real nice weeks. But it's not, I mean, it's got some terrible ones. Germany's got some real fucking bad months, dude. Summer's good. That's nice summers. I like driving through Germany and they have the huge fields of yellow flowers. I don't know what they're called. I forgot what they're called. But they have these huge fields of yellow flowers and you could just drive and it's like real nice days. No, they're not sunflowers. No. Nope. Let me see. Yellow flowers, Germany. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, okay, they're called. I'll tell you what they're called, but it's not a nice name. But understand, this is just the name. I don't know why it's called this. I'll call them canola because they're called rapeseed. I'll just tell you that's what it's called. That's what it's. I actually do remember. This is what they're called. That's what they're called. That's what it is. I totally forgot that. Yeah, I knew it was bad. Yeah, there you go. Terrible name, but man, it's just a fucking, it's awesome. Like they just have fields of them. And like this is a perfect day. This is actually Dream Germany Day. And then flash forward or back a month or two, and it's like dark gray sky, rainy, drizzly, wet. It's funny, I forgot about that. We had more to talk about. Wait, I saved a lot of things that I want to talk to you about. Oh, the new Air Force One, the president's plane that Trump will be flying in, is being built by Elon Musk, Boeing, and a rush job. They're being ordered to make it quicker. So it's going to be a rush job by Boeing and Elon. Dude, I would not fly that if you paid me. Dude, why is Elon volunteering for this shit? Why is he even involved in the fucking Air Force One replacements? He tweeted 40 times today. He's got Path of Exile to play. He's got 14 kids. He's doing. Why does he act like Doge is not a full-time job? If you're going to do Doge, that's a full-time job. That is not a. Oh, what's this? I want to talk about this with you guys.
Are we seeing the downfall of Airbnb? Our cabin that has been booked in the Smoky Mountains from about 85 to 95% occupancy year-round is just not occupied at all. Our prices right now for a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom cabin overlooking the Smoky Mountains is less than a hotel, and I have to beg people to come to my cabin right now. Like you guys have seen me, I've been hustling, posting videos for January and February. Had 3 stays in January, and there is only 1 stay coming up here in February, and then our next stay is not till March 10th. I've had had plenty of you reach out to me by DM and receive a quote, knowing it's our lowest prices of the season, but I am getting no bites. And I'm legitimately asking, why? What is going on? What am I missing here? And in our cabin in particular, we have prided ourselves, is that a word? In the last 4 years, we have not gotten lower than $100,000 in gross income rental fees. Our competitors with 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom cabins, between 60 and 70 gross. We're a super host on Airbnb. We have all the accolades you can imagine. We have a great social media following. So I'm thinking, if I'm struggling to fill my cabin, I know there are others. So then I'm also asking, like, why? What's going on? And then I'm thinking, as a host, what can I do even more to fill up my cabin? You know, the economy, like eggs, for example, are out of this world right now. Are just people not traveling? Are you guys waiting until the summer? I'm telling you, I can't lower my prices, it feels like, even more, to be less than what you would find in a hotel. And I'm not necessarily what you call nervous, like we're gonna make things work, but the trend that I'm seeing, you guys aren't biting, and you guys gotta coach me up. Like, why? What can I do different to make you come to my cabin? I know all of you love the Smoky Mountains, and I feel like my prices are fair. Is it because I allow up to 8 people and people don't want to travel with you?
It's not that.
Is it Airbnb in general, or just short-term rentals where you guys just find it ick and you don't want to go to it and you just want a hotel? Or maybe it's me and my listing just isn't aesthetic enough. I don't know what it is. But I know if I'm seeing this decline, other people are too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wanted to use that video to kick off a larger discussion, but, dude, so many Airbnbs in trouble now. And, you know, if you're single family and you're renting it out when you're not using it or whatever, it sucks, you lose the income. But so many people tried to take out loans to buy places to turn them into Airbnbs. And that's fucking stupid. And now they are having some of that come due. Like you have the monthly payment for the place you bought, and you're not making any money on Airbnb. You're just gonna have to fucking. This is the big fucking problem. No, the reason they're not going to Airbnb is because the economy's doing bad. People are cutting back on spending. Credit card default's going up. But what was crazy is all the people that are like, dude, the extra weirder one is this is the Gen Z version, because you know the boomer and Gen X grift is to take out a bunch of loans, buy a bunch of properties, rent them out on Airbnb, flip it, become an Airbnb landlord. But the Gen Z version is called rental arbitrage, which I didn't know was a word that Gen Z knew, but it's big on TikTok. Rental arbitrage. Wait, you guys are cutting me off, dude. I'm trying to fucking talk, and you're asking me for a fucking raid song for a 1-viewer raid, and I don't do that. I don't do that. Rental fucking arbitrage is where you don't own a property. You just sign up to rent it like you're going to live there, and then you flip it into an Airbnb. On TikTok and Instagram, Airbnb superhosts brag about subletting their rentals. So it's like you sign up for an apartment, you don't actually live there. First of all, it's illegal. Second of all, it's against your fucking lease contract. So if you ever get found, you can break your lease, you're fucked. But then third of all, if you rent a bunch of places, like there's a woman, let me see if I can find the TikTok I wanted to show you. Yeah, here we go.
$1,000
This woman right here.
I make $180,000 a month off of properties that I don't even own. This business model is called rental arbitrage, and this is exactly what I do for all 48 of my
She's got 48 Airbnbs. She doesn't even own the property. It's someone else's. She's pretending to live at 48 places. Do you understand that, like, now you're locked into 48 leases that you have to pay every month?
Very important to emphasize the fact that I do rent them. I do not own any of these properties. Obviously, owning real estate is the end goal.
I should have saved these for the TikTok investor, but this is just so wild to me.
That is the flex, to own property. That is how you build generational wealth. But I was 19 when I started and nowhere near a position to purchase a home. Sometimes people purchase real estate or invest in stocks when they've already made their millions. So I was like, I need to make my millions first. That's when I stumbled upon the arbitrage method, which I think is amazing for beginners. The model itself is very easy, very self-explanatory, but it also has very low upfront costs, so you're not going to have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. But because I started Airbnb arbitrage, I am now in a position to be able to afford to buying real estate. Basically, the arbitrage method is I rent a property, so it's either a home from a landlord or apartments from apartment complexes. My business is the leaseholder on all of these leases, and I go in and I furnish them as Airbnbs. And I turn around and I list these properties on Airbnb, VRBO, Bookings.com.
What's crazy, dude, is like if you're paying the full rental price too, it's like to make profit on that with Airbnb, you have to split it up into these little sections and sell out all of them. You have to like to middleman that to any profit is also fucking a lot of work. And then secondly, you have to sell out. Like you have to, if you have any gap weeks where people aren't filling it out, you're not going to make the money to pay your lease. 40,000 saves. Dude, people are, wait a minute. This is the plan.
All these different websites. Every single month I pay my rent, and then anything after that is profit. Property managers and landlords do not touch any of this money. They only get the normal rent. I'm also like the best tenant they've ever had. I fix basically every issue and guaranteed rent. No matter if I make profit or not, I still have to pay my rent.
You're the best tenant you've ever had. You don't live there. How are you the best tenant they've ever had? You don't live there. 40 other people do throughout the fucking month. How would you know you're the best tenant? What if one of them breaks something or fucking... What a stupid... Oh my God. She pays the rent. That's a great tenant. I mean, from their POV, if there's no problem and they're getting paid, it's fine. It's her liability, right? If she can't fucking move the units, if she can't fill the Airbnb slots, then she's stuck paying this fucking rent. But if they break something or they do that, she's gonna have to fucking
rent. I always pay it on time, and I honestly never want to leave. Property is good, which I only get good properties. Obviously, do your market research and your due diligence. Then I am never gonna want to leave. If you want me to sign a 3-year lease, I will sign a 3-year lease. I actually prefer to sign longer leases because it secures and locks me in.
I prefer to sign longer leases because I'm locked in longer. That way, as long as this Airbnb market always goes up, I'll be good. That's fire. That's fire. Anyway, so people like this, God rest her soul, are going to struggle in a environment where people aren't booking every Airbnb. If there's a little bit of an Airbnb downturn, then you're stuck with 48 leases that you have to pay. And that can really, 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 really fuck over your credit and your life. Does she have... Wait, what's this?
I have hundreds
This is her most recent... I literally just clicked her most recent one.
of bookings on my short-term rental business, so my Airbnbs, through Booking.com that have not been paid, and guests have already stayed. They've already left. They've been gone for weeks. They've never paid. Ever. Through my PMS, I have it integrated that any of the bookings through Booking.com would be made... The payments would have to be made online. Tell me why Booking.com. Look, to me, this looks like total balance due $264.29. Total payout. So balance due is what they had to pay. Payout is how much I've been paid. No. So I've been fully synced and integrated with Booking.com, all 57 of my listings, for weeks, and all these bookings I've been getting through them. No.
Is this like a psychology thing? Why are TikTokers always eating? They're always like making something in the kitchen and eating it when they're. I don't know if it makes you watch longer or what, but.
One has paid for the reservation. Today is not my day, y'all. I'm gonna cry.
This is what I swear to God, I didn't know. I thought this was a more recent thing. This is just from the article I was reading. That's crazy. That's crazy. The pinned post of how great it is, and the most recent one being like, I'm not getting paid. She's a coach. That's where the real money is. Nobody wants to fucking grind out 48 Airbnbs trying to fill all the slots, take photos, fucking... No. The real money is to do it once, say you're a god at it, and become a coach, sell a class. That's profitable. And if you want to learn how to do that, I'll tell you all about it in my course on how to sell courses. The Atrioc Guide to Grifting on the Internet. Available now. Just gift a sub. Extrovert, thank you for the 4 months. Mr. Grimm, thank you for the tier 1. Goose 482, thank you for the 12 months. Any thoughts on the plane helicopter crash? I talked about it. I mean, nothing. I have no real deeper thoughts other than it's a tragedy. And I would love to know more about how a plane hit a helicopter. That seems like a dereliction of duty somewhere, but I don't know who. Whitecamp, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Ozymandias, King of Kings. Thank you for the 4 months. Oh, you thank them and not me? Ludsy, thank you for the sub. Awesome Socks, thank you for the prime. How you doing, Ludsy? How's life? Manateel, thank you for the gifted to Pogolisk. You didn't thank me? You didn't sub. You know, I can see if you're sub. You can't fake it, right? It's not, I don't mind. It's not, you don't have to sub. I'm just saying, I'm not going to thank you for not. Oh, he did sub. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, Brandwagon _ No. Don't say LOL like I didn't notice. He didn't sub, and then I called him out, and then he subbed right afterward. It's not like I missed it. No. That's not like it's flipped on me. I just said you didn't sub, and then he subbed. Okay? Or wait, did he even sub, or did someone gift him? Wait, you didn't even sub still. What a roller coaster. Somebody gifted you. Fucking crazy. Did I talk about Jerome Powell yet and the fucking FOMC meeting today? Oh wait, one more RFK clip. 110,000 likes. Senator Warnock, what do you have to say?
Mr. Kennedy, you have compared the CDC's work to Nazi death camps. You've compared it to sexual abusers in the Catholic Church. You've also said that many of them belong, this is a direct quote, many of them belong in jail. For me, those are disturbing characterizations of the CDC workers that I know who are trying to keep the American public safe every single day. And as you are presented as the nominee for this position, I need to know, do you stand by those statements?
CDC is the Center for Disease Control, by the way. And apparently they are equivalent to Nazi death camps.
That you made in the past?
To Auschwitz and Birkenau?
Do you retract those previous statements?
Senator, I don't believe that I ever compared the CDC to Nazi death camps. I support the CDC. My job is not to dismantle or harm the CDC. My job is to empower the scientists if I'm privileged to be confirmed.
So you retract those statements?
I'm not retracting it. I never said it.
Well, actually, I have a transcript.
Of me saying that it's a Nazi death camp.
Let me read your words. It says that the institution CDC and the vaccine program, is your description of their work, is more important than the children that it's supposed to protect. And you know, it's the same reason we had a pedophile scandal in the Catholic Church. It's because people were able to convince themselves that the institution of the church was more important than these little boys and girls who were being raped. That's pretty provocative language. You said in another statement to me, this is like Nazi death camp. I mean, let me finish. I'm just reading your words. I mean, what happened to these kids? 1 in 31 boys in this country, their minds are being robbed from them.
Yeah, I was not comparing the CDC to Nazi death camps. I was comparing the injury rate to our children to other atrocities.
That's funny. Saved. Can't argue with that. I thought this is worth mentioning, but it's not. I could probably do this as part of a larger presentation, but I've talked about it so much. I just want to confirm for you guys that, like, you know, when I say that everyone in the world is overweight, not overweight in weight, overweight's a stock term. They are overbuying American tech stocks. Overweight is what you'd say if you're like your portfolio is heavily weighted towards a few things. When I say that, I am being sincere in that it's not just Americans, like everywhere. Everyone all over the globe, no matter what country you're in, is all in on the Mag 7, maybe outside of China. Everyone, okay? Whether you're in Germany or fucking Switzerland or Japan or Australia, everyone, almost everyone is putting their money in some way reliant on this Mag 7. It's crazy how much is balanced on that portfolio. And I just wanted to show this because it's this is the top stock holdings of the Swiss National Bank, where again, Swiss pensions are held. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Tesla, Alphabet, Broadcom. They're massively overweight these holdings. This is what the Swiss National Bank is holding. But this is true for like all the European national. This is true all over. The fucking Norwegian Sovereign Wealth Fund. Everyone has put their money into these because they've been the winners. So it's like, it's just crazy how much of the global economy is relying on these fucking companies. Oh, also, by the way, one more, last thing about Tesla. This is totally out of the blue. Adish, if you're putting this in, you have to cut it back to the beginning. Last thing about Tesla. A while back, maybe about 2 weeks ago, I made a clip about Tesla earnings, maybe a month ago. And I talked about how they have a truly insane PE ratio, price equity ratio, where the amount the company is valued at and the amount they make are drastically different, way, way higher. And I said I said the average for American stocks is like 20 to 30. They're at 114. After today's terrible earnings, by the way, I got a pit stain. After today's terrible earnings, they have hit an all-time high of 211. 211. This is fucking absurd. They're just not making the money to justify this valuation, to be worth 1.3 trillion. And so these robots have to fucking come out soon and sell like crazy. This doesn't make sense. Like the car business isn't even growing, it's shrinking. The market share is shrinking, the sales are shrinking. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'll never bet against the meme stock, but man, this is I don't know how long this can float. How does the stock price increase after they miss earnings? They just made some wild promises. The earnings came out, stock price dipped, and then people started to digest the promises, and Elon started tweeting, and it was like, it held. It held. The idea is that 2025 and 26 and 27, and especially 28, are going to be so exceptional, it'll blow everything away. That these robots and these self-driving taxis are going to just do numbers. He made so many promises in this earnings call. I don't know. We'll see. It's fucking crazy. What can a Tesla taxi do that Waymo can't? Bro, we can't tell it because there's Waymos that are driving right now and making money, and there's no Tesla taxis doing the same thing. There's not even competition yet because they haven't put one out. Oh, FOMC, Jerome Powell. Sorry, last thing. Okay, last thing. So our good friend J Powell, Jerome Powell, the reformed money printer king. Boom, boom, boom. Look at him. Had an FOMC meeting today. I should have streamed it, but I watched it shirtless. I was unshowered, unready. I didn't want to go live, I didn't go live. But no major drama. In fact, I think I have a clip. Maybe I have a clip. Can I show you a clip? Where he sums it all up. Let's see. I have a clip. Where's my FOMC clip? Oh, I'm scrolling fucking Elon's. I was like, what? This is my fucking bookmarks. I was like, why is this all dog shit? Where the fuck is my clip? FOMC. Wait, what is this? An animation?
Good afternoon.
This is old. This is not what happened. That's funny, but that's not. Anyway, he came out and talked about his fucking dual mandate. Dude, I want to have the clip because it's kind of funny. He just says all the classic lines.
Fuck your fuck. Fuck your fuck.
That's not it either. Oh, I know I can find it. FOMC. Yeah, baby. No. Maybe? Yeah, here we go. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of
dual mandate
employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. The economy is strong, is strong overall, and has made significant progress toward our goals over the past 2 years. Labor market conditions have cooled from their formerly overheated state and remain solid. Inflation has moved much closer to our 2% longer-run goal, though it remains somewhat elevated. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged.
So they did nothing. They didn't lower interest rates. They didn't raise them. Again, you raise interest rates to slow down the economy and fight inflation. If inflation's the big problem, you raise interest rates. If unemployment's the big problem, you lower them. The problem is both are problems. AKA the dual mandate is pulling you in different directions. So they're just going to sit there. They're not doing anything. And I mean, he goes on. We could watch more of the clip, but the general idea is that they're not changing anything. They ask him some questions. He doesn't give any real answers. Yada yada yada. No major drama. Again, the Federal Reserve is an independent agency that has the ability to make their own choices. They can't be pressured by the president. Is the idea that was designed. However, the second this was announced, it became a big problem. It became a big problem. Because Donald Trump really fucking wants interest rates to go down. Because obviously that could juice the economy. It could juice stocks, that can juice. It could juice inflation too. And so he has been saying over and over, Trump, I will get interest rates down. Let's see if we got a clip. Does anyone have a clip of Trump where he says, I'll demand it? He's just demanding it. He's just saying, I will get interest rates down. We're going to demand it. Now, he shouldn't be able to do that. And I think Jerome Powell will resist it. But he's mad. And so once this was announced today, he tweeted instantly. Oh, someone's got it? Is that the clip? Fucking bass. Thanks for finding it.
I'm also going to ask Saudi Arabia.
Holy fuck, that's loud. Kind of blew your ears out, huh?
Arabia and
still loud. Still loud. Still loud. Still loud. Yes, sir. Still loud.
OPEC to bring.
There we go. Wow, that's fucking loud. Okay.
Bring down the cost of oil. You got to bring it down, which frankly, I'm surprised they didn't do before the election. That didn't show a lot of love. With oil prices going down, I'll demand that interest rates drop immediately, and likewise, they should be dropping all over the world. Interest rates should follow us.
So he's demanding it, and then today, when it didn't happen, they didn't go down, he tweeted. So do we have his tweets? Trump tweet about, it's pretty fire. I gotta be honest with you. It's pretty fucking fire. I'll just go to fucking True Social. I'll just go to True Social right away. I'll get it straight from the source. Why do I need a fucking middleman? Here it is. Because Jay Powell and the Fed failed to stop the problem they created with inflation, I will do it by unleashing American energy production, slashing regulation, rebalancing international trade, and reigniting American manufacturing. But I will do much more than stopping inflation. I will make our country financially and otherwise powerful again. The Fed has done a terrible job on bank regulation. Treasury is going to lead the effort to cut unnecessary regulation, and it will unleash spending for all American people and businesses. If the Fed, if Jerome Powell had spent less time on DEI, gender ideology, green energy, and fake climate change, inflation would have never been a problem. Instead, we suffer from the worst inflation in the history of our country. This guy. This is the guy you're worried about? DEI? This fucking $100 million net worth old Republican banker. This guy is the one you're worried about DEI? Anyway, that is not the cause of inflation. And this inflation on a sustained long-term basis is from us drastically increasing the money supply by printing cash during COVID. Our ever-increasing deficits. But he is not going to cut rates because he's worried about inflation. Jerome Powell's worried about inflation, so they're not cutting rates, but they're worried about unemployment, so they can't raise them. They're kind of stuck where they're at, and the markets are predicting not very many cuts. I think that'll change. If I had to give you a guess, I think as unemployment numbers start rising and revisions start coming in on the quote-unquote good numbers from the last few quarters under Joe Biden, those will get revised down. I think the GDP numbers getting revised down on the basis of those lower job numbers, and then I think they're going to start cutting. They're going to cut faster than they've said they will. But for now, they're holding.
Hello Atrioc, him more of
Hey,
a
hello.
frog and him probably interrupting or something. Vine boom lol. I hope TTS is off, but I thought you should check out Mana Lords, and I thought this would be the nicest way to ask. I am not a dev or affiliated in any way, I just thought you would enjoy it on stream. It is early access and made by one kid, and it's still incredible to get me to pay $20 to buy bits to tell Mr. GH to play it.
Damn, bro. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that, my goat. No, if you're not affiliated, you're not affiliated. I heard that Manor Lords is like the #1 most wish-listed game in Steam history or something when it came out. But here's the problem. It's not that I don't think it's a good game. I don't think it's a good stream game. So, if you want me to just play it on my own, maybe I will. Sounds like it'll be fun. It's like TFT, just a fun strategy game I could play. But it doesn't feel like a fun stream game because it's like kind of slow paced strategy. Gaming Frogs, I have good news. Gaming Frogs, I have incredible news that I forgot to tell you about. Gaming Frogs, rise up. Gaming Frogs, stand on your seat and scream and shout and yell and wave the flag because we're having a Gaming Squeaks date with Squeaks on Friday. We're going to play co-op Mario. Perhaps chained together? Some kind of Mario mod. We're going to play some Mario mods that Squeaks set up on Friday. All he does is force people to play Mario? You're telling me. Bro, you're telling me. He just forces people into his Mario machine. But we're going to play on Friday. So that's what, tomorrow? Day after? Today's Wednesday? Yeah, on Friday. So should be fucking cool. Should be fucking cool. Should be fucking fun. Should be fucking based. Squeaks X Atrioc Halo 1 campaign legendary difficulty. Dude, that'd be fun as fuck. Maybe not with Squeaks, because we'll do Mario. Maybe someone else. Maybe Stans. I don't know. It'd be fun. Clint, dude. If Clint would do it, I would love to do that. But Clint's off the grid. Clint's off the grid, bro. What was the last thing Clint Stevens messaged me? Oh yeah. I asked Clint to play Get to Work. He's the only streamer I asked. I asked nobody else. He was the only person I asked because he's never online. He said, I've never heard of Get to Work. Didn't say anything else. No follow-up question. The one that got away. We would have sold 1 million copies instead of 100,000 if Clint had just fucking given us a chance. if he just fucking tried. God damn it, Clint. He's the kingmaker. He's the kingmaker. He's so effortlessly cool. I wonder what he does all day. On God, I wonder what he does. I don't even see him on Steam. Like, I don't know if he's not grinding a game. Is he watching anime? Is he chilling? Is he sea jerking? Who knows? He's a man of mystery, a man about town. I might game tomorrow too. What I want to do, just because I'm in this whole indie game, learning about the indie game industry shtick. It'd be cool if we just browse new games on Steam and pick something that's like brand new, almost no reviews or interest, and just try it. Try it for an hour or two. I think that'd be a fun experience. I think we could learn a lot. We could find new gameplay ideas. I think that would be cool and based. Here's one right now. It says 16 reviews. It's called The Stone of Madness. Real-time tactical stealth game set in an 18th century Spanish monastery. Seems kind of fun. It's on New and Trending. 18 reviews. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. That could be cool. Could be fucking fun. Make some new indie dev friends. When are you stands in Lud finishing your Valheim arc? Tomorrow, I think. Valheim frogs? Yeah, tomorrow. Don't worry. Tomorrow, probably. I talked to Elon Musk, and yeah, it'll be a huge, it's going to be, if this year's not the year for Valheim, 2026 is going to be a massive Valheim year. And 2027, even better. I promise you, Valheim is on the up and up. Valheim on top. Thank you, Frank Sinatra. Should we watch something? Those are the main things I wanted to talk about. I don't know if there's anything more about Jerome Powell. The main thing is that Trump really wants interest rates down. Jerome Powell is currently refusing to do it. There's going to be a fucking fight over that. There's going to be a lot of pressure. An insane amount of political pressure is going to be applied to try and get Jerome Powell to bring interest rates down. I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't want to watch House tonight. No. It's not a House night. Doge update? What's this? It's not Doge.
$9. Option 2.
Why Chinese people will choose $5 over $10. Is this 567,000 views? What is this? I don't understand. Why Chinese people will choose $5 over $10? I don't.
If I gave you the choice between $5 and $10, I think most of you would pick this one.
Yeah.
But in China, more people might actually choose the $5 note. And it's kind of because of a pair. To make sense of this pair, I need to tell you a short story set in ancient China. It's about a 4-year-old boy called Kong Rong, who has to split up a bunch of pairs amongst himself, his older brothers, and his one younger brother. Kong Rong makes a decision to take the smallest pair for himself, and his father is watching him as he does this, so he explains to his father that it's because his older brothers should be the ones to eat the bigger pairs.
Based. What a hero. Kong Rong, my goat. Self-sacrifice for the greater good.
Father is delighted hearing this, but he asks, what about your younger brother? Since he is younger than you, shouldn't he get the smallest pair then? Kongrong responds, because he is younger than me, I should leave the bigger pair for him. This story is called Kongrong Yields Pairs, and yielding is the key to answering this question. Kongrong's story illustrates two types of yielding: giving things up to someone older than you as a sign of respect, and giving things up to someone younger than you as a show of modesty.
Okay, but now the American made me like, but wait a minute. wait a minute. But then you get nothing for yourself. Wait a minute. This is just requiring me to sacrifice nonstop for the greater good. But then I end up, I get no pair. I get no pair.
Yielding is a core cultural value in China, and Kongrong's respectful choice to yield is one of the first introductions to Confucian morals that young kids learn about. Now, here's a spicy question. Will people in China today follow Kongrong's example and give up the better choice? A group of researchers, Zheng and others, decided to put this to the test. They wanted to see if people would give up the larger pair. However, they weren't going to get people to choose between actual pairs. After all, someone could just not like pairs and go for a smaller one. So they used money. The first experiment was precisely to offer a choice between $5 or $10. Undergrad students were recruited as participants and did a task that was unrelated, which they believed was the experiment. Then afterwards, researchers gave them an option of a red pocket with $5 or $10 to thank them for their time. Of course, this was the real experiment. Crucially, researchers told them that the dollar note they ended up not picking would be given to one of their fellow participants. What do you guys think happened? The majority of participants, 65% of them, picked the smaller compensation sum of $5. They willingly chose to get less money. Now, this choice is illogical according to economic rationality principles, but even just with common sense, this decision doesn't feel right. By choosing $5, the participants lost money, but they must have gained something else to make the choice worth it. To understand what it is they gained, we need to take a deeper look into this idea of yielding in Chinese.
Yeah. What if it was like 500 versus 1,000 or something? I think with 5 and 10, people can be like, pass it on, good times. I think if it's like money that matters, people will be a little different. If it's like a real amount. Also, I will say, maybe they didn't do this, but like researchers often do this thing where they do a study and they have the fake study and then they're really measuring something else. But I get the sense that people that go to these studies are not acting 100% normal in all of the, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't know what everything is, but they're on their best behavior on the idea that it's all being watched. You know, that it's all like I did a couple of these in college at ASU. We had to do, you were required for a psych class to be part of someone's study. And a couple studies do this, and it's like, it's obvious what they're actually testing. It's it's the part they seem to care the most about. And then the other parts, like, they just rush you through it.
Culture, what it means to give something up for others, and how it's most commonly practiced.
Like there was this one study they had me do where we had to administer shocks to a guy in a room, and a guy in a lab coat kept telling me to put more shocks on, but I just cranked it up to 14, which is 4 higher than 10 at the beginning. Unprompted. I just cranked it up to the max and I slammed the button. And the guy was just screaming, and I was just fucking laying on it. And then eventually the guy in the lab coat was like, please stop. Please, please turn it down, get out. This is a fake study. Yes, you've proven that, but you're wasting all our battery. You're ruining our speaker. The fake screams are going, just please stop. And I just kept fucking slamming it till I broke it. So I taught them a lesson about fucking fake studies.
That is, as you can see, yielding is most commonly practiced between siblings in China. For example, preschoolers are already being taught to give up prize toys to toddlers younger than themselves. As long as there's someone younger than you, there will always be an expectation to yield. As the younger sibling, I can tell you this was the most broken thing ever. If I ever got into a fight with my older brother and my mom stepped in, she would always expect my brother to yield simply because I was younger. I didn't really think much about this yielding thing growing up, probably because I was benefiting from it.
That's pretty normal everywhere. I mean, that's not like a China thing. My little brother fucking ran that scam all the fucking time. But also, like, I definitely bully my little brothers. That's like probably on balance. You know what I'm saying? It probably on balance was in my favor, to be clear. I'm sort of cry bullying right now, where I am advantaged in almost every aspect because I was bigger and stronger. And then the one area where I wasn't, I was extra mad. I didn't beat the shit out of him, but I would like just use my size and strength, and larger developed brain to win our interactions.
But looking back, sometimes it must suck being the older sibling. That being said, on behalf of the younger siblings, we thank you guys for everything you've done. Younger siblings can be grateful too, once every 23 years. Because yielding is so commonly practiced as a sibling, it's interesting when you consider China's one-child policy. Without any siblings, you'll always be the youngest in family. You'll always be doted on, and you'll always have the right of way. Without siblings, there are far less chances for children to practice modest yielding. This fosters more individualistic values rather than collective ones. And of course, with increased globalization, we also have Western values like freedom of expression and individualistic desires coming in to further diminish the practice of yielding to others. When it comes to the significance of yielding as adults, it becomes a much more sophisticated way of interacting, of expressing status, power, and humility. Yielding is associated with prestige, and being able to yield when appropriate is highly valued in China. The decision-making process is fascinating to look into and can be expressed through a model. It's going to look a bit confusing at first, but it'll make sense as we walk through it, and I will do my best Khan Academy impression for the next 60 seconds. Okay, here we go. What we're seeing is the story of Kongrong yields pairs. Kongrong's choice of pairs is represented through this big pair and this small pair. And biological dimension sounds...
Dude, what if Kongrong got the bowl of pears and just kept 3 big juicers for himself and then did this whole dog and pony show in front of his parents? Oh, I got the smallest one. I'll keep the smallest one. And you guys can have the rest. But really, like, back in his room, there's like 3 fucking honker pears. And he's just pear juice all over his fucking face. What if Kongrong grinded it? That way he got both the status from being self-sacrificing, but also the juice from the fucking juicy-ass pears.
really fancy, but think of this as like a...
Kong was wrong for that one. +2. Fucking +2, bro. Fire. Fire. I think I'm done with this video, honestly, on God. I think I'm done with this video. Bum 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 bum. I scraped the entire Steam catalog. Here's the data. Oh, Pog? Champ? I think I told someone to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Did you know that half of the top 50 games on Steam are indie titles? Or that there are only 4 fighting games with a romantic theme? Here's a fun one. Did you know that the word life appears in more game titles than death? Yet war is mentioned twice as often as love? Today, we're diving into the data.
So Life of War would be the perfect indie game title. You'd try it out. A game called Life of War.
And exploring some fun insights
War
into
of
the
Life.
game development industry. Let's start with the basics. In 2024, an average of over 70 games were released on Steam each day, a huge volume and one that's grown tremendously over the years. Around 28% of games released last year hold a positive rating today.
Damn!
And of those, only 2% have managed to surpass the 10,000 reviews, showing both popularity and a strong reception. For context, the fighting roguelike Sifu sits around this level. While there are some great tools available for analyzing metrics like these, they don't offer the specific data I needed for my analysis.
Okay.
So I had to collect it myself, directly from the source, Steam itself. And that brings us to the methodology. I'll explain it so
I
you can
trust
see
you.
exactly how I arrived at the conclusions in this video. I started by using Steam's API to pull the full catalog of over 200,000.
Can I skip it? I trust you. I trust you.
And with that, let's dive into some interesting insights, starting with something light and fun. Here are the most common words in game titles on Steam.
You know why I trust you? Because you have the YouTuber voice of somebody who's like into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just get the sense that, yeah, the fact that you included a section, no, we're good.
It's interesting to see how often certain genre names appear. Adventure, simulator, shooter, and many others. There's also a lot of emphasis on fantasy themes, with words like dragon and monster popping up frequently. And certain words align with available
Dungeon Fantasy, Curse of the Magic Demon. Would you play it, yes or no?
Steam tags like zombies and even cats. Both cat and cats made the top list, which
On
I thought
sale,
was pretty
yeah.
funny.
I think
Then
I
there
heard.
are some unexpected ones like paper or cube. Not sure what's going on there. If you're aiming for a unique or memorable title for your game, maybe steer clear of the words on this list. Or maybe these words are here because they are good descriptors that resonate with players. Familiarity could be appealing too. I'll let you decide what you think about that. Next,
Sure.
let's dive into the data on the highest rated and lowest rated.
Oh, okay.
games
Interesting.
on Steam.
Interesting.
For
Highest
the
rated.
top games, I focus on titles with an overwhelmingly positive rating, sorted
Damn, Terraria's rating is fucking good. Overwhelmingly positive on 13. Wait. How many reviews is that? Is that over a million? Is that 1.3 million reviews? Wait, that's fucking crazy. They have that many reviews? Wait, let me check. That's... Holy fuck, they do. Damn, overwhelmingly positive on over 1 million reviews. Bro, that's wild. That's so rare. That's like, I would have thought that would be impossible. But also Gary's mod did it. That's the only two,
by
really?
the number of reviews.
Only two games on Steam, 2 indie games on Steam, have ever broken 1 million reviews overwhelmingly positive, and it's Gary's Mod and Terraria. What goats?
This ranking highlights the most popular games that maintain an excellent reputation. It's worth noting that around half of the games in the top 50 are considered indie, including hits like Terraria, Stardew Valley, Hollow Knight, Hades, Undertale, Vampire Survivors, Factorio, and
Get to
Slay the
work.
Spire.
Yeah, we know.
It's
Get to
inspiring
work,
see how
especially
these small
probably.
teams or solo developers have created games that resonate with so many players. It's also interesting that some franchises appear more than once. For instance, both Portal and Portal 2 make the cut, as well as 2 titles from the Resident Evil series. Valve itself has an impressive presence, with 6 games in the top 50. The only other developers with multiple entries are SCS Software, Larian Studios, and Capcom, with 2 titles each. At the other end of the spectrum...
But I'm sorry, SCS Software has Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator in the top 50 best reviewed games on Steam. Damn, people love trucks. People just fucking love trucks, dude. Some human beings just fucking love the idea of driving a big old truck. It's so funny to me. It's so fun. There's a game where you can be like a fucking Greek god fighting through hell, and there's a game where you can drive a truck through Europe. They're 2 of the highest rated games of all time. I guess, I mean, there's not much different. You know, you could be playing a Greek truck driver driving through Europe, which is the real life version of hell. It's like basically the same game, actually, now that I break it down.
Studios and Capcom, with 2 titles each. At the other end of the spectrum, we have the lowest rated games. Remarkably, only 12 games on Steam have an overwhelmingly negative score. Even the least reviewed of these has more than 500 reviews, meaning all of them have a substantial base of feedback. I reviewed each title to understand why they performed so poorly. The game with the lowest score...
That could be a fun stream. Has anyone done that? Someone must have done that, right? Has someone in my YouTube sphere done it, though? You know what I'm saying? Can I, like, just play these games and be like, I played the literal worst games on Steam? Lud has done this video. I played the worst games on Steam. He did under-reviewed games. That's different. I'm talking about the lowest review, like these games. What if I played War of the Three Kingdoms and Identity and Game Tycoon and I tried them?
Reviewed each title to understand why they performed so poorly. The game with the lowest score, War of the Three Kingdoms, is a 2021 release with nearly 60,000 reviews, filled with complaints about everything from lack of localization to gameplay issues, lag, aggressive monetization, and accusations against the company's integrity.
Oh. Dude, it's going to suck if all of the bottom 10 are just mad about monetization. So I'm just opening games where it's like, put in money.
In several of these low-ranked games, players felt misled or scammed by paying for what they perceived as unfinished or poorly executed projects. Many of these games also face severe technical problems, with frequent mentions of bugs and crashes. Interestingly, some of these titles were spin-offs of otherwise well-regarded series, like Command & Conquer, Airline Tycoon, and Flatouts. Then there's Uriel's Chasm, which earned kind of a cool status for its bizarre, chaotic gameplay that most players found impossible to enjoy. There's much to learn from both top-rated and low-rated games alike.
Kind of want to try that
let's
one.
move into discussing untapped opportunities and unique ideas for games. I was curious whether there are
Maybe I'll try it on Saturday. That could be
genres
fun.
or other properties that are
The
still
worst games on
underexplored.
Steam.
For instance, are there any rhythm-based shooters out there? What about games that combine sports with a sci-fi setting? To explore this, I turned to data from Steam tags. Steam offers a total of 447 predefined tags, which are added by both developers and players. I organized these tags further, subdividing them into categories based on my own interpretation to better analyze potential patterns.
Okay.
I first focus on combinations of 2 genres to identify original or underexplored ideas. To keep the results meaningful, I only included games with more than 10 reviews.
Oh, like
and
mixing games?
focused on the
Dude,
most
I'm going to give this idea for free because Isto's not going to make it. But this is an idea I think is so fire. And I'm freely giving it out. This is for free. And this idea I think would fucking bang. TFT meets Slay the Spire. Boom. It's an auto battler roguelike where you're building your little auto battler army and you upgrade it through the roguelike run. It's not the Bazaar. It's nothing like the Bazaar. It's an auto battler. Like it has little units on a fucking tactical board. They fight for you like an army. It would be really cool if it was like an army, 2 armies fighting. No, Super Autopets is a multiplayer game, and it doesn't have like a map or a store or anything to choose from. Like the way... It's not Super Autopets. No, it's not Super Autopets. It's more like... Does TFT have single player? No. It's like single player TFT. Perfect example. It's like single player TFT. You like make a board of units and heroes, and then you can get more units and heroes for your auto battler by almost like an auto battler Hades or something, really, where it's like you have I think that game would be fucking cool. The Last Flame is that? Let's see. The Last Flame. Okay, this might actually be that. This might actually be that. It doesn't, I mean, it looks ugly, which is, in my mind, it's beautiful. But it, this might be it. Yeah, I mean, there's like, yeah, roguelike elements where you pick items and stuff. Enhance your build. Yeah, this just looks like kind of unpolished. But this is the idea, I think. Maybe it has too much going on. But I think one where it's more of like soldiers fighting soldiers would be cool. And you don't control them. They just fight themselves. But you set up the army in the way you want. I think that'd be fucking cool. What's its rating? Pretty good. Mostly, maybe I'll try this. This will be fun to try. Very positive, 2,000 reviews. That's pretty fucking good. Kind of like Tabs. Yeah, kind of like a roguelike Tabs. With a story. Yeah, that'd be cool. This is it with mechs. Mechabellum. This looks pretty cool. 12,000 positive reviews. Upgrade your mechs. Do they fight on their own? Okay, this seems kind of fucking sick. This sort of seems like what I was thinking, to be honest. And it looks pretty polished, too. Can I watch some gameplay? So you just put these troops down, and you're not controlling them at all. And you're just building your better army.
Deploy a diverse array of units.
That's pretty cool.
Upgrade, and command them.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is you steal this, and you download it, and you just reskin it to be like ancient Rome or something. That's sort of my idea, then. Like an asset flip. I think that'd be cool as hell. Isn't Plants vs. Zombies kind of like this? Your brain is rotting out of your ear. Your brain is rotting out of your ear, bro. Guy who's only played Plants vs. Zombies. Getting real Plants vs. Zombies vibes from this game about fucking mechs, which is not a tower defense game. Wait, I want to finish that video. We were right at the end. I wanted to see
popular genres, excluding the extremely niche ones that would add unnecessary noise. Each point on the graph represents a pair of genres. On the horizontal axis, I plotted the number of games in at least one of the two genres. This gives an idea of the individual popularity of the genres. If one of them is strong, the number goes up, and if both are popular, the plot point will end up on the far right. On the vertical axis, we see how many games are tagged with both genres simultaneously, which shows the opportunities. The lower the point, the more novel the combination, as fewer games share both genres. In summary, the most interesting opportunities are the ones that are farther down to the right, where both genres are popular but the combination is rare. For example, there are only 3 platformer auto battlers, and none seem
a platformer auto battler doesn't make any sense. Wait, how can you be an auto battler platformer? I can't even picture it. Is it like... It's like you set Mario up and then he auto... It's kind of like Plants vs. Zombies.
Particularly well known. There are 14 card game shooters, with Friends vs. Friends being the most famous.
Team card game shooters. That's crazy.
Which I hadn't heard of before, but it looks pretty fun. Then there are just 3 rhythm-based tower defense games. I could probably spend hours analyzing this graph. Instead, I link an interactive version in the video description so you can explore other combinations on your own and move on to talk about themes.
Wait, I want to look real quick. We're going to find a great video game idea in here. We're going to find a great... Do you link it? Let's see. Where's the link? Interactive version, Steam Game Insights. Oh, it's like GitHub, or I have to fucking download it. No, I'm not doing it.
Most common themes in games are fairly predictable, with a strong focus on fantasy and sci-fi settings. This is reflected in the frequent use of words like magic, monsters, space, or worlds in the titles of many games. Focusing on the 20 most popular themes, I explored combinations of these with different genres. With the top genres, it seems nearly all themes are well explored. Keep in mind though that not all themes have tags on Steam, so there's a selection bias at play.
Sure.
A few combinations stand out. There are only 4 romance fighting titles,
Romance
with
fighting
Troublemaker being the most well known. While this pairing might not attract the typical audience, there's definitely a niche for players who enjoy both. Another interesting combination is cooking games in a sci-fi setting, with around 10 games. In fact, on closer inspection, not all of these are truly cooking games. Some include cooking only as a feature. But the idea of, say, running a hot dog stand on an alien planet has a playful charm. So these
There's the idea. We did it.
Ideas.
We landed on it.
I also reviewed genre combinations
Alien
with tags related
glizzies.
to dimensions, like 2D and 3D, and perspectives, like first person and third person. But it's probably best if you explore the data yourself. I'll link to all.
Honestly, a game where you play as a hot dog stand owner on an alien planet could be really fun. You know, it's like the TCG card owner simulator, but it's just like hot dog stand simulator on fucking Xanthor 5. And like aliens are coming, all these kooky alien characters are coming in and out, and you have to, that could be fun. Glizzy Galaxy, you could call it. Wait, Glizzy Galaxy might sell like hotcakes.
Of these charts. One trend worth noting though is the steady rise in 3D releases. New 3D titles are now being launched almost as frequently as 2D ones. Let's take a brief pause from discussing video game genres to explore female and LGBTQ+ representation within the data.
Asmongold! I need your help! Ring the bell! We need Asmongold! Sound the alarms! Defense! The shields!
Around 10% of games on Steam are tagged with female protagonist, a number that seems surprisingly low. I had expected this percentage to show a steady growth over the years, but interestingly the trend isn't so clear.
I thought DEI had taken over all of our games. Wait, I was quite certain that it was 98% of all new games were being forced down my throat with a female protagonist. That's something I thought it was dominating. This data must be fake. This data must be woke. I thought for sure it was like impossible to find a single game that would allow me to be me.
In contrast, LGBTQ+ representation shows a much clearer upward trend, with tagged games tripling in proportion over the past decade. The oldest title with this tag is Secret of the Magic Crystals from 2010, a game about breeding horses, I think. Moving on, let's dive into a specific genre of
gay
games
horses
that has piqued my interest as a player over the last few years. Card games, particularly
love card games.
My favorite game in this genre, and perhaps even in general, is Slay the Spire. I've always thought it is a well-crafted...
Slay the Spire, a perfect game, by the way. A perfect game. A rare 10 out of 10 perfect game. No notes. They did it. They crushed it. It's fire. I love it. Ari loves it. We both put a zillion hours in. It's flawless. It's beautiful. It's different. The art style's different. It blazed its own trail. It's awesome. Perfect game. For people who like this kind of game, it just scratches that itch, man. What a fire game.
Crafted fusion of genres, and I have often wondered if it was the catalyst for the rise of roguelike deck builders. By the way, as a quick side note, it seems roguelikes are significantly more popular in the indie scene compared to the AAA catalog. Platformers show a similar pattern, representing a much larger portion of indie.
Roguelikes are more popular in indie games, to my understanding. I'm not going to speak like I'm fucking Miyamoto of indie games, but because you get a lot more gameplay out of less. It's easier to make. You can give people that 20, 40, 60 hour experience while only making about, 4 to 8 hours of content. And it's win-win. So people like it. Also, roguelikes appeal to our natural human desire to gamble. I'll say that as well. As a fan of roguelikes, I fucking love when 3 options pop up and I get a good one. My God, what a rush. What a fucking rush. I would love it in real life. If every time I fucking rounded a corner or ate breakfast, 3 options popped up and maybe I could get a plus 10 bonus to my running speed that day or some shit. That's all. I love high rolling. I fucking love that.
The games. Now, returning to roguelike deck builders in particular, I structured my analysis based on a framework from a study I found, which I think is excellent. I'll link that study and other references in the video description if you'd like to dive deeper. This graph shows the proportion of games on Steam that can be classified as roguelike deck builders over the past 10 years. This is based on game tags. Some of them are really helpful in pinpointing this subgenre. It's
Damn, we got a lot of roguelike deck builders, huh?
clear that Slay the Spire had a massive influence. Its release in January 2019 sparked a significant rise in the number of games in this category. And in less than 5 years, the genre's presence in the Steam catalog grew by 5 times. When we examine the popularity of these games, measured by review counts, we see that while the genre has grown, most titles still remain relatively niche, accumulating fewer than 100 reviews. However, there are some standout successes, like Inscription and Balatro. Interestingly, the red dots in the graph represents War of the Three Kingdoms, the lowest rated game on Steam, which we discussed earlier. For those of you who are as hooked on this genre as I am, I've put together a graph showcasing some of the best roguelike deck builds.
Slay the Spire, Inscription. You guys can't see that covering it. Slay the Spire and Inscription are beneath my camera. Then it's Balatro in 3rd place. And then it's Monster Train, Loop Hero, Griftlands. I never heard of these. Would I like Griftlands if I liked these 3 games? Would I like Monster Train? Would I like...
builders out there. These are the 20 games that balance both user rating and popularity the best. I've played many of them and can confirm they are fantastic. The rest will likely be my next addiction. If you have suggestions for other analysis, questions about the methodology, or if you spot any errors, feel free to reach out on Discord or in the comments. I'll update the description or maybe the pinned comment.
Cool video. Always like to learn more. Always like to learn more. Shit's fucking gas. But unfortunately, the learning for today is over. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow we'll be back with some more stuff. I've been working on some slides, but I think we'll do it for Monday. Gaming is Friday and Saturday. I'm going to try and get some good sleep tonight. And quick Bandle? Fuck it, why not? Bandle. Why not? Get a little time. Sounds like fucking Banjo-Kazooie. Menu music. I have no idea what this is. 1985? Skip. Oh, is it citrus plants? Orange tree. Orange tree. Orange tree. Lemon tree. Guess. All right, well, I didn't know the fucking song at all. I just I just used the clue. Easy money. I don't know that song. Never heard of Lemon Tree by Fool's Garden. Play the full thing. Like, do they play it after you get it right? No, play the fucking song. Wow. Yeah, it's like Temu Beatles. Fuck, dude. I don't really think it's that good, but it was fine. It was catchy. Wait, what other game? What about other game? What about NYT the Mini? Holy shit. Watch the GOAT work. Ready? Go. Soft Rock. Jazz, maybe? First String Squad. I don't know. Soft Rock? I don't know. Tissue Layers? I don't know. Fiona Apple and Tracy Chapman vocally? I don't know. Brief role on a movie. Cameo. Midnight Mass. Christmas service. Not sketchy colloquially. Legit. Legit. To any degree. 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 Floaters, so-called Cigar City. Is it Miami? Soft Rock? No. A-Team. A-Team. It's got to be A-Team. 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 Sigma? Soft Rock? Magma. Magma. Tissue Layers. I don't know. Fiona Apple? Dude, I don't fucking know. To any degree. At all. At all. Tissue Layers. Altos. Florida's so-called Tampa. Tampa! Yeah! It's not, everyone kept spamming Ligma. Ligma. Not bad. Not love that movie. Shut the fuck up, Ludwig. Ludwig, your fucking dumbass probably thought it was Kung Fu Panda 3. Fake ass fan. Bro, real ones know it's Kung Fu Panda 1. Straight up. Straight up. I'm sorry, but like the third one looks so different. Bro, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even fucking know. Hurt people. Hurt people. Ho, 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 ho. Last one, last one. Connections. NYT Connections. Last one, then I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Last one, Connections. What do we do this today? You already do Connections? Scared? What is... No, I rage quit stream after being called Ron Weasel. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little fact about the industry here, folks. Ludwig had something he wanted to do. He wanted to play League or he wanted to skip stream. So I promise you, he didn't suddenly, after fucking 40 years of Sniper Get Down, suddenly get crashed out angry over Ron Weasley. Bro, I'm furious. You farm a clip, you get out. I've been there. I've been there. I played the game. All right. I'm doing connections. I'm doing connections. One second. Let me set this up. Let me fucking set this up. A cheeky time guesser? I don't got... Well, I play time guesser like a fucking man. I'll tell you that. I get it done. I get time guesser like a man. I just fucking get it done. I get the fucking job done. Wait, sorry. I just was checking something. Okay, connections right here. Fucking now, let's go. Boom. Wicked. Emote only, please. Wicked, gingerbread, full, talk, possessed, venom, alien, drool, haunted, dream, snore, bore, had, gladiator, white, held. Huh. Interesting. Snore, drool, dream, talk. Things you do in your sleep. Bam! Okay. Possessed, haunted, maybe held. I'm not sure. Had, held. No. All right. Gladiator. Movie. Best picture movie. Ridley Scott movie. Alien. Gladiator. What else has he done? Wicked. Venom. These are all movies. I don't know if they... Alien, Wicked, Venom, Gladiator are all movies. The rest of them don't like movies. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Haunted, gingerbread, full bore, had, possessed, white. Possessed, had, held. And haunted, maybe? Gingerbread house, haunted house, full house, white house. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Owned. We'll take that to the fucking bank. Oh, hashtag owned. All right, folks, that's it for me. 10:30. I want to eat. I'm actually fucking starving is the real thing. I'm hungry as shit. Thanks for watching the stream today. Hope you enjoyed. It was fun discussing things with you. Crazy new news every single fucking day. I will be back tomorrow with more news and discussions and fun things and clips and all that. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. We're going to rate somebody. Thank you, by the way, anyone that watched today's video, the China AI video. That is my best performing video in a single day. I'm really, really stoked about that. I'm happy for the team, I'm happy for the channel, I'm happy for me. That's awesome. Thanks if you watched that and enjoyed that. We're going to raid... Who are we going to fucking raid? We're going to raid Spectacor again. Why not? Raid a Spectacor. Goodbye and farewell. I'll see you tomorrow. It will be swell. Bye.